All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're an avid fan of the channel, keep on doing that great work. We really and truly respect it and trying our best to make sure we improve on it every single day. First thing, let me know if you're hearing me well. That is very much important. Anyways, so today's topic, we had covered a few things yesterday. Some transfers and also some conversation on the CONCACAF U17s. So today we're going to be talking about what we heard the coach said, what frame of mind the players might be in, and give you the additional information for the U17 coming up for the final sets of games. All right, so those are the ones. And then now we have gotten some reports, and we are going to be doing this often. So whatever left on the last comment, like last videos comments, we will always try to go back and bring it back to you guys. All right, so those are the things that we will be doing in the future. We have Fabian, massive respect, thanks very much for being here. Ush Puppy, big up yourself, thanks very much for being here, massive respect. All right, so anyways, let me start right there. We're going to start with the transfers and then get down into the CONCACAF and Reggae Boyz situation. So yesterday, that's why we said we reported the video exactly that way. All right, yesterday we talked about Flemmings. I gave my opinion on it, and I saw a bunch of individuals stating things that I've never even said. Yeah, I just saw TikTok left a comment, and a plethora of individuals. It seems like their processing chip is just not working. All right, I've literally said when in terms of what I've analyzed the last time when he went to Toulouse, he had some competition for places, and also when the persons went out there and actually make the signings. That's where I made my assessment off. All right, so I think people need to listen well. All right, we are not here to eat and know local born Jamaicans. I think anyone thinks like that are just flat out stupid. You understand me? They're just flat out stupid, and they can't reason logically. I think they just need a certain energy every day they do wake up, which is not logical. So all they need to do is just gravitate to the people that gives you that energy. We have no problem on that side. All right, we don't really care what you want to consume, but what we are here to do is to study and give you as close to possible as the accurate thing we can possibly give you. That is our sole job. That's at least what we're trying to do. We're not perfect human beings, but I am telling you what we're trying to do. Let me know if you're hearing me well. Let me know if you're hearing me well in the comment section. All right, yes. So anyways, Junior Flemmings, what we brought today for you guys, just to clear up that side, we're going to show you the individuals that came in the club and when they came in, while we made our assessment on that side, just to clear it up. All right, yes. And then we go to the transfers, because we have to make sure people see where we're coming from, because the information is all there. It's just people need to just look for themselves, and you come to your own conclusion. So anyways, this is your team. This is your team. Remember when Junior Flemmings came in, they had some injuries. All right, they had some injuries, so that's the reason why they brought in more reinforcement. And at that time, they looked like they were going to go places. So both things combined. So that's why they made that decision at the time. All right, to bring in more reinforcement. Obviously, they saw him played for the national team and other places, and believed that he could have contributed to them. So that's the reason why they brought the player in. So they never brought the player in because they thought he was not good. They brought the player in because they believed that they could have gotten helped. They could have gotten helped. All right. Yes, and it never worked out that way. And it looks like once you talk about the topic, people will get upset because you're talking about the topic. So that's what I've realized. Yeah, that's what I've realized. Okay, so I'm good. I'm good now with the sound. All right, that is great. All right, anyways, we are gonna pull up this now. Pull up this. We're gonna pull up this to just show you the players that he was actually competing with, the wingers and forwards. Those are the individuals, because that's a position that he does play. And you're gonna see what they did last year coming in. You get me? So he was not going to offset those individuals. And what I used to make my judgment was when they brought in a Zachariah. You understand me? Because once Zachariah came in and I saw he started to score, I'm just saying he's going to go down the pecking order. So that was the sole reason why we made that statement, and it turned out to be 1000% accurate. So I don't know why people have to get upset when it makes no logical sense, because you should have been thanking me to show you that side, to show you exactly what's taking place in a system, and what when people come in and how hard it is to fit in. That's one. Let me just stop there. And then I talked about Magee. Where I talked about Magee, and I said to Jason last night that Jason said that he thinks he's playing good in the youth team, and I literally said to him, okay, I don't know about that, because why is it you're playing good in the youth team but never got an extension? Because it's 5 months left in your contract, and once you're over 21 years old, and you have 6 months left in your contract, anybody can come in and talk to you, and you can leave the club. These are factual statements. You get me? So I don't know what other conversation I should be having when I actually have the factual statement to give my opinion based off that factual statement. You understand me? So TikTok. And your friend them, I have no time for you. I don't have time to waste, and I don't have time to put it in your favor and how you want it to sound. I don't have time for that. I have to just come here and give the people what they do want, which is actually the truth. Simple as that. All right. Big up yourself, Corey. Big up yourself, Kai. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Yes. So let me move on to actual news, guys. Actual news. What we have here. What we have here is the latest update. The latest update, which was a good while ago. A good while ago. So we don't know if anything went wrong in it, because yesterday when we reported it, we never reported it as if it's completed. We reported it as if like it's a transfer that could happen, and that's how we reported both of them, because we said once it's not completed, we are not going to report it that way. And luckily we did that, because it saves us on the Hutchinson side, and that should show you guys that you should respect when we are trying to give you the information, because we are not coming off as if we know anything. We are just giving our opinion on certain things. All right, yes, and I think you should respect the way how we try to do things. So anyways, this is the last one, 20 hours ago. We are going to try and get throughout the stream updates if it has been completed, because sometimes it takes a little while to get through all the documents and everything. All right, yes, Toulouse have announced tonight that Jamaican forward Junior Flemmings has left the club on loan to spend the rest of the season at League Two outfit. Can't pronounce the name, but as you can see, I will just put the cursor over it and highlight it right there, so you can pronounce the name yourself as well. All right, in a deal that does not include an option to make the move permanent. All right, so it's not a deal that will it's not a loan plus buy option. That's what they do call it. All right. Yes. So it's not a deal like that. It's just a flat out loan. So obviously, maybe the player and the club come together and said, okay, he wants game time. These guys are struggling. And they would want to take him off their backs, and it's a potential to prove that he still has something to prove in the region. That's practically what I'm getting from this vibe, and I think most would believe the same. So it's a place where he could go and resurrect his career. You understand me? And that's exactly what we said. So it surprised me that you have people still coming out. It's like what I realized. Any one of those guys come on my channel, Travis, TikTok, any one of them come on, moderators, just block them, because I think they are a waste of time, and I think they are the ones that actually spell the little overseas and local thing. You have two guys that they were on YouTube for that. They don't come here anymore. So I think the rest should not come here, because I think when they are saying other people spew these narratives, they are the ones constantly doing that. You understand me? So anytime TikTok come here with this foolishness, you guys just block him. Anytime Travis come here with the foolishness, block him. Rob Smith and those guys don't come here anymore, because we don't sell their delusional juice, and we don't see eye to eye with them, so they don't come here. You have some specific people. That's what they are all about. You get me? We are not for that. We are just here for the facts and we have our conversation. All right? Yeah, man. Anytime them come here, we see what they're trying to do. Anytime they come here, just block them ass. All right? Yes, we have no time for that. People come here for information and quality conversation, and that's what we want to keep it on. All right? The 27-year-old made the move from Birmingham Legion FC last year and made 3 appearances in the club's League Two promotion campaign, but has yet to feature this season in the top flight, instead turning out for the reserve side. All right, yes. Flemmings, who started out with the New York Red Bulls, notable found success with Phoenix Rising, where he scored 15 and 14 goals respectively in the 2019 and 2020 USLC seasons. He now joins a side which is in dire need of goals. All right, yes, and we made sure to put the cursor around that thing right up there. All right, so yeah, you know the name of that side. All right, yes. Team currently sit rock bottom of League Two and have only found the net 18 times this season. The joint lowest tally in the entire division. He has 4 goals in 26 caps for Jamaica. All right, so all he needs to do, the fact is, all he needs to do is just literally go there and put in a spell. And literally yesterday we talked positive about it. We said if the man can go there, put in a spell, recover himself, that's it. You get me? People, I'm telling you, especially if you're in Jamaica, don't sell these cocoa juice as these brother, the same guys, them TikTok them. They are fools. You understand me? Yes, they are just some protection shields for no reason. You get me? They can't literally see. Their eyeballs can't work. They have no sense. They are stupid people. You get me? Yes, and they lead a lot of people down the wrong road. Period. I get me? I'm not holding back, man. I kind of don't have it for them anymore, you know, because I try to entertain them just to see if they can come together, be objective and have a conversation. But I can't bother with the stupidness anymore. You get me? Go to other places, man. You know, I'm tired of it, man. I'm too stupid, man. You know, yeah, man. So, anyways, this is the situation for the player. I don't know if other deals were on the table, so I can't lie to people, and I'm not going to make up any stories that anyone is fighting against him. The players that I had on the list here, I'm going to give those players to you, so you see for yourself, and I'm going to click them, and you're going to see what they're doing. Thijs Dalanja, he is one of the players them that's there. He's from Netherlands, so he's in from the European side. All right, so he can acclimatize to the conditions and everything a little bit better. I even said that. That is simple means I'm giving you a pass as a Jamaican because I know that you're coming from this region. I literally put those things in it. But people would say, "Oh, you're not doing them any favor." What kind of not favor I'm doing here? I said these guys could have acclimatized faster. And that was one of my reasoning to get certain things done. Anyways, 22 years old, 180 centimeter right foot, and as you can see, he plays more than one positions. And if you see here, total played this year, 19 games in the league. All right, started 14 minutes per game, 59. Team of the week, 1 he made. All right, goals, 6 goals he scored so far. His expected goals, 4.42, which is very good. All right, scoring frequencies 186 minutes. All right, big chances missed 6, goal conversion 26%. So not even at the highest, but he's still doing something, and he has 1 assist. So 7 goal contribution so far, and chance created 3. Okay, and that's just one of the individuals. That's just the Dallinger. All right, and he was not one of the main one them last season. All right, yes, Rafael would be the Brazilian would be one of the main ones last season, guys. All right, so let me just keep it factual then. You get me? Yes. So let me go up to one of the individuals that came in that made my statement. All right, this was the kid that made my statement, Zachariah, because he was dubbed as one of the wonder kids, but never really broke through. Because if you know about Netherlands have a lot of kids with quality coming through at the same time. So when you saw the Getrada, Malasia, we were talking about them. my boy that went to PSG, Xavi Simons. Then we have my boy that play right back. He's at Ajax now. All of them came through the same time, and a lot of them they were fighting for position. So some people get left certain places. So this was his last set of chance to really kickstart. All right, and he moved on. Moved on to Toulouse. So he came in and he hits the ground running. He hits the ground running because he actually got called up for the World Cup squad, scored in the World Cup as well. So he continuously scored. So these are the individuals that he was competing with. All right, and you still have Ely and injury, and he was one of the main players before. You understand me? So you have like five players. So what can I come here and lie to Jamaican people? No, why? Why? We can't do that. The facts are the facts, man. And let me stay with the facts, all right? Yeah, let me continue. Go through the comment section. Then I can go through the guys' stats for you to see for yourself. All right? Yeah, man. Yes, I've said just don't even entertain them anymore. Just block them ass, man, when they come here, man. Bless up, Ian. Thanks for being here. Bridget, yes, man. All of them, man. Let them go at the place and show them shades and all them stupid thing. We don't want them here, man. And they're gonna see the channel flourish without them. R Cook, big up yourself, man. Hope all is well with you. Jason Guna, massive respect. I thought you said you yesterday. To say it. I don't understand. I thought, okay, you said you taught me yesterday how to say it. I don't care, Yes, I'm not going to say it. Not a moderator here, but I would love to block these guys. If you're not a moderator here, should just tell me that, bro. I don't know how you're not a moderator here. I will fix that, man. I will fix that, yeah? Triple E, big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. Leon, best club, them send him. I am not sure if it's the best club they sent him, but maybe if he can get things on the board and improve it, it would just be good for him. Yes. And I think they're not going to judge him on where the club finishes. I think they're going to judge him based on what he does. Simple as that. Finally call them out. Yes, man. Yes, man. Triple E. They keep on talking, but I just never said anything. I just try to toe the line properly, but no, it's enough. I don't have any time to waste. Best club at the moment, who will take him. If he can't make this team regularly, he need to ship out. All right, respect, Leon, and that's coming from Leon. So let me make sure I call out the person's them name when I talked about them. All right, Warren Webster, good day. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here, Father Warren. John Doe said, worst press conference ever. Can't lie. Bloggers need to listen to the previous question and come with better questions. That's why coaches never wanna do press conference. They know an idiot thing. Okay, John Doe saying it's a worst press conference. You guys listen to the press conference and let me know if it's a worst press conference. I never came here to criticize a press conference. I try to get the information and stay more on a positive light because I've heard what I wanted to hear from the coach. So John Doe said it's a worst press conference. So let me know. And he stated exactly why it's a worst press conference. So let me know because if I repeat what he said, they're gonna only dub it to say it's me say it. That's how they are here. They have nothing to live for. All they do is just come on the internet and make mockery. But it's John Doe said it, so you guys can see it in the chat for yourself. All right, because I have no time for these people because I'm going to be dissing them week in week out if they continue. All right, Data Boss, big up yourself, my brother, man. How you doing, man? I asked you a few times, well, and you started to come back around. Hope all is well with you and the family. And JD, we have to change your name to the Truth and Right. Yes, man. It is what it is, man. Press conference was underwhelming. For real. Okay, so Jason, you did not like the press conference. Okay. Oh my God. All right. So, All right, I will do that soon. All right, I will do that soon. Leader, no problem. I will call you soon as well, leader. Big deal and big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Triple E said, missed the conference, JD. Are there any positives and negatives? I had those positives, to come because I wrote them down. I've listened to the press conference and Simon Preston. I've listened to what the coach had to say. You know, so that's why I never paid any more mind to the other people. I've listened to the question, but I never really came here to judge the press conference because we just wanted information. You get me? Because information is better than none. You get me? And that's what I took from it. So I will give you I will give you what he said in the press conference and how the team looks. That's what I wanted to get to. But I never wanted to pass anything. I'm going to just go through the comments and then we are going to finish with Zachariah here because when we do a video, we don't want to go back over it. You get me? Because information here. All right. Um, Triple E, we will give you positives and negatives if it's necessary. Martin Baker, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Karoom, how you doing, man? JD, what them I do with the under 17? We now teach the youth them the game. What are we doing? Karoom, I don't know if they're not teaching the game because they sound very much upbeat and excited for the challenge ahead. So I can't say they're not teaching because they believe that they're teaching them. So all we have to do is just wait on the result, Karoom. But based on what he talks, I love it. And I've always said the main thing I loved about um, Miran Garden is the fact that he takes accountability for things. You can hold yourself accountable for things. 100%, whether it's right or wrong. And I think he takes accountable. He holds himself accountable for things. So I like that about him, and I've always said that from day one. All right. Yes, that is not something popular in this footballing space. So I like that. So that's the first thing I would give him a passing grade on. All right. He cleared up a few things as well. We want to get into it. All right. Yes. Jason, you listen to press conference. But John Doe, when you do that now, other people, if I respond to that, John Doe, it's not going to say about what you have said. That's why I say keep it towards what has been said in the press conference. I just want to deal with that. Real baller, Imaxit, chill, bro. Dissenting point of view makes good debate. Travis a good you. No, 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 no. I'm in it when I'm gonna try be nuclear. I'm in it. Argue to the point. If you can't come here and argue, you stay where you're there and argue. All right, simple as that. I've just said I don't want certain things real baller here, none at all. You get me? None at all. Because if you're going to say something, a straw man argument, I can't believe I brought up this so fast, real baller. A straw man argument is when somebody literally just make something up else and then debate that one. Travis does that more than anything else. TikTok does that more than anything else. TikTok a little bit more sensible on that side, but aside, they do that a lot. So real ball, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm trying to make this go back exactly to where I sit once, and that was not just solely Jamaica. It was worldwide. So that's what I want to do. And to be here fighting all of those people, I don't have time for it. All right, that's all I'm saying. So if you have a problem with that, no problem, real baller. We are big people. Yes. So it's okay. I will cut my losses. You get me? And give away subscribers. I'm okay with that. Big up, big up. When was the press conference? It was a little bit earlier today. Yes. They are filtering the people who they allow in the press conference. I was listening as well, and it was terrible. Only sweet loving. Oh God! All right. So see it, the chat going on. All right, TikTok says look like a very good press conference to me. Okay, I'm okay with that from TikTok. Coaches are very professional and know their stuffs. All right, so TikTok found it okay. So TikTok go opposed to the people. I'm okay with when TikTok makes statements like that. That's simple, But when he goes off on the straw man arguments, I am not into that foolish. I'm okay with that. But real baller, you should have known me. I'm the person that takes anything on YouTube, but me just say I'm naga of it. You get me? Because some of these guys, it looks like they want to have more things with you than just YouTube, and I would love to do those things. But let me leave it there. Um, Big deal on Derby County U21. Didn't learn anything new. Like they read out the names before the conference started. But the questions did not help me. Okay, so that's why he said the question never helped him. We not teach the youths them the game. We just seems like a play ball. So Karoom is still not okay with it, and Karoom is an individual that is a coach, so he's not okay with it. So I'm very sorry, Karoom, that you don't really like what you saw. But hopefully you can get encouraged, because to me, it sounded like they are positive going forward, Karoom. So that is my problem. You know, they sound like they're positive, so, and they are holding themselves accountable. Um, no, it's not after the fact. The tournament does not start as yet, so they are holding themselves accountable for anything that comes. So I'm okay with that. So let we just give them a chance. You know, question about the other teams was a good question. Garden says they have seen clips of all teams. That's one of the things that I wanted to talk about. Warren Webster says, JD, reality and delusional. Where can you find a fine line between? I don't know, and I am kind of done with those things, you know. John do a trouble here, man. John do, why would I give so much trouble, man? Damn, man, I can't even read out some of these comments, you know. Oh God. Let me keep it professional. The press conference is okay. Adjust the internet problem. So Nico G is okay with the press conference. So two persons okay with the press conference so far. Sayan Bowen, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect, man. Dean Fraser said the coach don't have a clue what he's saying. That's Dean Fraser. Oh God. Oh Lord. All right. So let we stick on the topic. You know. Let me stick on the topic. Dean Fraser saying the coach don't have a clue what he's saying. Let me clear up what I heard him said. This was a running one before we get back to Zachariah, because it looks like you're forcing me to talk about the press conference before we clear up the Zachariah and the Hutchinson, because I wanted to clear up those. All right. Yes. So, anyways, Zachariah. No, the press conference. What the first thing I got from the press conference is to say that the thing that they talked about system. The last time when a person asked him in the last one about system, and he said he's going to get the players in and then sort his system out. And Jay Taylor said it sounds like he doesn't have a clue on what he's trying to achieve. But I think he added a few words to it this time, and I kind of agree with him, because if you don't know what's coming, how can you really set your system? You can set a system around something, because you don't know if the person, and it's not every player can adapt to every system. That is one thing. So I understood when he said that he wanted people to come in and then he tried to adapt his system, because I think that's what he meant, to adapt his system towards the personnel's coming in. You get me? Because remember, system is much more of the balance, you know, and the formation drops into the system. Our formations dropped into the systems. You understand me? So you have to just come on to get the know-how of the system that he wants to work. And you have to see the qualities of the players, the strengths and weaknesses of the players, for him to set a system around that, suited for the players. So the system argument, where J Taylor concerned, I think I understood where he's coming from. He never find the right words for J Taylor just taking him flat out as to what he's saying. You get me? Yes, but I understood what he was trying to say the last time. So I would not beat him on the system part. You get me? I would not beat him on the system part. Let me know if you agree there. So I think I am okay with him saying he has to alter the system with more people coming in. Because remember, we never had all of the players them coming in one time. So that is a problem. We never know all of the players them coming in one time. You get me? So it's hard for him to set a system and then everyone forcefully come in. So I am okay with that system statement, the mistake made on the system. I am okay with it. I think I know what he meant in the end, so I'm okay with that one. All right, I'm okay with that one. So I will give him a pass for that. All right. Let me know, guys, what say you, because I want you to be engaged and what's going on. And make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the like button on this one, all right? Make sure to hit the like button on this one. Let me see. Get the likes up to 100, if not 200, if you can. Yeah, man. Make sure. All right, see, we have 30 minutes. We don't even reach 100. We normally reach 3,000 likes already, but yeah. It's not there. Yes, but the system, I am okay with what he said, what he explained himself after. All right. Oh, you have a conference with no Wi-Fi. Good Lord. Uh, just let we see. Yes, we are going to see on Saturday. So let's give them a chance to prove themselves. All right. Big up yourself, El Padrino. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. JD, all these years, they made us believe that Keith Kelly was playing for PSG top team. That's for, yes, I think that's what got people upset yesterday when I said that I found out that he was not playing for the top team, but because people told me. So I think that's where they put the Jamaica fighting against in. When it's I just brought the truth and people got upset, you know. Bless up JD. Yeah, man, I don't hear you from the other day, you know, big boss. I'm telling you, man, I must fire Africans one day. I need to just hire him for something and just fire him, you know. Yes. Yeah, my God. All right. Merengard admitted he wasn't ready for permanent head coaching before the past practice matches. This show humility and humbleness like that. But I've said I respect certain things of the man, but I only can respect what I know. You get me? The coach, TikTok said the coaches know various systems and the abilities of the boys will dictate what they implement. Let's see what happens. But that's exactly what I've said, TikTok. So why you can't just say, yes, you agree with me there or you don't agree with me? Simple. Jesus God, this man, he holds so much grudges. I wish he could have explained it better the first time. I know, but we still have to give him credit because we still have to give him credit because I understood what he was actually trying to say the first time, the second time around. The first time it was confusing. Yes, bless up DNA, massive respect. Warren Webster, JD, we hear Coach Garden is one of the brightest coaches in Jamaica. Should we wait and see what he can put together? Yes, yes. Because if you look at his records, he has good records inside Jamaica, ladies and men football. So I've always said that. I said if it was him or when people said it was it should have been Craig Butler coaching the team, I said I would choose him over Craig Butler 1000% every single day. But persons not talking about those things that I've said. I've said that day one. I would have chosen him over Craig Butler because I saw things that I think he can do. You know, yes. Nobody believed that Key Kelly was playing for the first team. When we see no man, no man, no. That's a lie. TikTok. Here, people stated that he was better. He was better than Ronaldinho. Or he could be better than Ronaldinho at the time. Those man was highly skilled. So that's why I had to go and research him. Like I really wanted to know because I never knew much about him. So that's not up for debate. It's on previous videos, but it was on the last channel. People here, they were here from a long time, so they know it was true. So that's why the conversation came up. Professional pro club. You levels to coaching. Are you levels to coaching? So those coaches level might be like Gerard and everybody reason like Gerard. Know what I'm doing because he's in position. Okay. All right. So, anyways, let me just move towards the next things then, because people sending in a lot of comments. All right. So, defensive sides, they said they are perfectly okay with the defensive line, even when personnel ask about the personnel, the defender that's out with injury. They said they are perfectly okay with their defenders. Their defenders are technical, so we should expect to see more passing from the footballers, more create more space because obviously the better you're controlling doing is it creates more time on the ball for you. All right, so you will see much more of that. You will see much more thinking football than anything else. Over the years, we normally see the long ball football from Jamaica majority of the time. We all can agree on that. So to how he's talking, it seems like if we're getting our defensive side and our midfield side playing pass first and moving into space, definitely mean it's a possession-based football they're trying to achieve. All right, and possession-based football, you know what you let me know if you think it can work, and you just wait until you see it in full action for Trinidad. But that's what I got when he explained the midfield and the defensive line. In the attacking side now, the attacking side, he said he had some goal scorers. He has some goal scorers, and goal scorers are hard to find. So what he was really fixated on is to create more chances through the midfield for the strikers, because it makes no sense to have strikers and you can't create chances, which is true. All right, which is definitely true. All right, yes, so I am okay with that. That is definitely true. Yes, so that is definitely true, and I agree with that statement. On the other hand, now, creating the chances, creating the chances. No, that's what I have to wait and see coming in the Trinidad matches. All right, because we never actually saw the creation of chances in the clips that we saw. All right. So we need to see longer time. So when we get these matches now, and at the same age group, which for me, it's tough. It's tough. The age group thing, it's tough. It's tough because football has improved so drastic. I don't think because look, Costa Rica, at least the players that we heard playing for them, most of them playing professional football. So they are playing with the biggest men. All right. So I don't think them playing Portmore United, we should be here saying, oh, they're playing big men. No. Football has evolved to that level that once you're 17, 18, you're already playing with big men. Once you're 15, you're playing with big men already. You understand me? Because that's the transition phase that you're in. All right. So I don't think you can use that as an excuse to say that they are kids and they're playing with big. No, in worldwide football, 16, 17 playing with big men. Big men. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. Once we get the roster of United States and Mexico, you're going to see majority of those guys are playing with big men already. Just watch. We are going to go through it. We are going to break down the list. We are going to do it on the Imaxit channel as soon as we get every one of the rosters. We are going to break down everything and we're going to show you that they are playing with big men. So this idea of, oh, we have to wait until we see them with their actual age. No, most of them already be playing with big men, so I think that's just an excuse. I don't really buy into that one, But I would still love to see them with their actual age. You get me? I would love to see them, so now I can make a proper full round assessment on the quality of the team itself. You get me? But playing against big men should not be one of the things that you're trying to mark up. That's irrelevant because these kids are playing with adults already. So let me know if people agree with that or you disagree. I don't really factor that big men argument so much. Let me know what say you in the chat. I don't factor that big men argument so much. I think big men 15 to 16 years old are already playing with big men. Lovelace, they are playing with big men. All of the other guys, then they're playing with big men. If you're just unless you're in academies, all right, yes, but majority of these guys in the big teams that we are going to go up against, they are playing professional football and they're playing with big men. So I don't factor that in. So that's not going to fly for me, none at all. All right, I'm not going to take that one. Yes. Let me see what people says here. All right. I think these boys will play very hard for Meron. He's a really genuine coach. All right. You need glasses. For me, professional pro club. All right. Maybe I need to start wear it back. I'm saying level to coaching. Everybody was reasoning like Gerard, know what he was doing, and its players not accountable for every aspect of the conditioning. Okay. Sorry, I never saw it. What do you think about our midfield, JD? Forgot it. I don't think many people know the players at U17 levels. Um, you don't think many people knows the players at U17 levels? Wow. All right, then I won't answer your question then, sir. All right, this dude, and I promise you, he does not know the players at the U17 levels. The disrespect he comes here with, and he doesn't know the players as well. All right, yes. So, wow. And we say with Unai and the same squad at and we see with Unai and the same squad at different caliber of playing, i.e., these garbage coaches and leaders can only reason to their fishbowl level of football understanding. Would you go so harsh as professional pro club? I understand what you're saying, and it's true. You can take people are look. Coaches do make a team better. All right, because you can have two different persons and two different persons see a different way of doing things. Obviously, education open up your third eye way more. So that is 100% true. I do agree with that statement, Big Boss. But you don't have to disrespect the people like that, you know. All right. That excuse that Garden made was the sorriest excuse. No, but we agree with a lot of things that he said, and it's not just him alone. I saw a lot of people trying to make the excuse, but no. Under 17s and national programs, no. That's not an excuse for me. Only in Jamaica, that excuse can fly. I don't think the majority of these CONCACAF youths are playing with big men. They might be playing above their age group, but not with big men. All right. So TikTok says, all right. So what we're gonna do, TikTok? What we're gonna do, TikTok? Once the squad comes out, we are going to go with majority of the players, then because majority of the big names are always the starters on the teams. And if we get 6 out of 11 every single time on United States, Mexico, Costa Rica, Canada, then we can fully say then we can fully say that most of these guys are playing with big men. So in a day's time we will call out TikTok again in a day's time. Don't worry yourself because he likes to put himself up there. You know where the first match will play. Uh, we will give you that soon. Big up yourself, Charles Brahma. Big up yourself, Zane Taylor. The USA U17 squad was released. All right, we are going to get to that right after this. All right, Database 100. TikTok said, I don't, JD, but I don't act like I do. JD, I will be waiting like you to see all the Costa Rican, Canadians, and USA players who are playing with big men. Yes, man. Yes, man. We are going to be bringing it to you. All right, because remember that's what we heard, you know. So we have to go off that. And over previous years, that's the same thing that happened. So we are going to bring it to you. And once it's 6 out of 11 of the starters playing professionally, TikTok, you have to come and say sorry here, and we are gonna haunt you. And I know I'm going to haunt you. All right. Lampard and Gerrard, them not ready for the Prem. Coaches makes a difference. Yes, man. Coaches makes a difference. Honey Bleak said ultras checking. Big up yourself. Garden said Jamaica's. We're gonna get to that, man. Why I keep on putting everything out there and reason on it, and you guys not arguing that point. You're skipping to the next point. All right. You see, TikTok trying to scare him way out of it, you know. So what if they're playing in the Costa Rican league, the Costa Rican main league? You cannot say they're not playing with big men. TikTok, you cannot just move the goalpost to say big. And each country's top league. Okay, you did put the each country's top league, so I'm gonna show you respect. All right, I will agree with that, TikTok. I will agree with the each country's top leagues. All right, yes, I will agree with that because I know the Costa Rican one. I can use that to beat you. All right, yes. Ari Vibe said, Garden said Jamaica's objective is to top the group and qualify. Do you think that's realistic? If he doesn't match that outcome, should he be sacked? He said you have to remember, I don't I think I don't want to come and change people's word, you know. Yes, his objective is to win the league. That is what he's going out to try and do. But his main objective is to qualify, try and qualify. So his main objective is to try and qualify for the World Cup. And any path that is the best way to go there is okay. And one of those paths are first and third. In the grouping, assuming that United States will come first. So if you're going to meet United States, you're going to meet them in the semi-finals. You get me? So that is the much more accurate path. Not to face United States instant. If you come second, you're going to face them before the semi-finals, and then you're going to have it harder. So I think when he said his objective is to come first, he's just trying to tell you that he's not trying to go there to lose to come third, you know. But if he can't come first, you know that in competitions, people start calculate, especially in CONCACAF competitions, because it happened in the last 3 girls and boys competition. When people start calculating, and the commentator, I brought it to a lot of you guys, and people said they respect my take, because at first people never believed me that people strategize where to drop in the placing to get certain people. It's when the commentator said it out of his own mouth and said, yes, I think it's better for a team a country to drop here at this point when it's the final games. So the people not trying to lose every game to come third. No, it's when the final game and people actually see that, okay, United States will come first. All right, then the objective is to qualify for the World Cup. So if I have to avoid the United States until the point when I meet my objectives, then I will go and face United States, and then we go at a shootout. So anything can happen at that point. I do agree with that. If I can avoid them, because it's not you're not afraid of people. You're just trying to make sure you achieve your objective, and by any mean. You get me? That is, and I respect that as well. I respect that as well from him, because that simply means you are researching and you are much more realistic. You get me? He's much more realistic. He never said he wants to have a United States, but the way he talks, I think everyone got that same vibe. And we were saying it from day one. So we have to respect him. We have to give him credit, because we were saying the same thing. Yeah, if you don't have to play United States, you don't want to play them. You understand me? Yes. So, so I respect that. So, this interview, I came away with a lot of tickies for him. Obviously we can't prove it on the field as yet, so we can't give him his coaching credits. But based on how he states things, I like what he was saying, and I like what he was saying before. It's just when he comes off the wrong side the last time, so that's why. But I'm okay with that. I want to hear what people's take on that specifically. The way you move yourself throughout the tournaments. You strategize toward the tournaments, or you will say that you're big. You think you should go up against anyone. You should not strategize. I'm telling you, everybody does it, even some of the better teams. Them. All right, Tyrone Williams, big up yourself. Ultra, Jamaica will win. All right, Jamaica will qualify. Academy contracts aren't professional contracts. Okay, no problem. TikTok. Ultra's there. All right, 80 in the house. Messi Louis. Thanks very much. We are going to be coming with 80 content very soon, so don't worry, because we heard that the girls squad drop, and the Continental Cup coming up soon, so we will be there to assist AD in the coverage. Marion Garden is the national assistant coach, one of the national assistant coach. All right, fellow Jamaican football youth coaches aren't sacked. Okay. So what happened to Fuzzy the last time? I don't know. They moved away from him. They find a better word. Wow. Chris Smith, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Mr. Blake, are you being... I think he's being sarcastic. What kind of youth U17 is that? All right. Let me see. All right. All right, so we have Football Global, another coach in the building. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. No problem, man. You come in, just drop a like, man. Smash a like button. Let me hit 150 on the video. Cataract, did you know that England have various levels of academies, and when 12-year-olds sign up with a club, they don't sign a professional contract? Okay, that is for Cataract. He said they had a strategy which he will not disclose, but I'm sure that is about the finishing third and not second. I think they have learned, because maybe they have learned. So I respect that they're going into this, because I've heard a couple people say they don't know nothing. Guys, this is where we are coming from when we talk about Jamaica, and this is a fact. We can't change it. This is a fact. Especially Jamaican coaches. I've heard Jamaican coaches say they don't know nothing about the next team going in international tournaments. So we are moving from we don't know nothing about the next team to a man that's trying to learn about the next team and also strategize throughout the entire tournament. You get me? Yes. So that is a big step. That is a big step going forward, at least from my perspective. At least from my perspective. All right? Yes. So I will give him credit for that. You get me? Yes, I will give him credit. Even if it's a little improvement, I will give him credit for that because he comes off better than the others that I've heard before. Because before, remember, we were the big, fast, and strong group, So we weren't in fear of anybody. We just go out there and do our thing. But this man come out and show that he has a plan. You get me? Yes. All right. Hope they lose every single game. Speedy, stop those things, man. You can't be Jamaican and you want them to lose every single game. No, no, no. So we strategize to come third. No, no. The All right, look, you're going to two games. First thing, let me pull up the youth under 17 so we can and then we will get back to these two conversation, the Hutchinson and Zachariah. We're not gonna move the page, all right? So let me go to the Concacaf U17, all right? Yes, because you guys all over the place, man. All right, all right. So this is something that we need to know about the competition. All right, yes. So, and I think this is perfect. So let me read through this and then we show you why it's perfect. CONCACAF Men's Under 17 Championship. All you need to know. All right, Miami, Florida, the 2023 CONCACAF Men's Under 17 Championship kicks off next month in Guatemala. I think, but this was the end. This was 30th of January. Guatemala, with 20 teams hoping to secure one of four berths to the 2023 FIFA Under 17 Men's World Cup in Peru. All right, here is everything you need to know about next month's championship. Why, when, and where. February 11 to 26 in Guatemala. Yes, venue Estadio Doritio. Yeah, and the rest of the stadiums, you're seeing it there. I can't pronounce them. Yes, and I don't act like I know it. Participating teams: Mexico, United States, Costa Rica, Honduras, Canada, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba, El Salvador, Trinidad and Tobago, Guatemala, Curacao, Suriname, Barbados, Guadeloupe, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, Dominican Republic. All right, yes. So those are the teams that are taking part at the start of the tournament. Note, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, Nicaragua, and Dominican Republic will begin the tournament in the second round, all right, the round of 16 when they qualify and everything. The reason for that, because they've already qualified through their little system. It happens in all the youth 15, 17, 20 girls. It happens in all of the competitions, all right? So it's nothing that you have to be a rocket science to try and figure out, all right? Yes, so they are going to be waiting on the teams going through. 3 teams through the groups goes through. The draw took place September 29th, 2022. All right, so that's when people knows exactly the personnel that they're going to go up against. All right, Group E: Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, Curacao. Group F: United States, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados. Group G: Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba, Guadeloupe. So that is the most interesting group for you guys. Group H: Honduras, Haiti, El Salvador, Suriname. That's going to be a next interesting group for me. Matches, group stage round robin format. All right, simple means you're going to play everyone once. All right, yes. February 11 to 16. Those are the times when the games will be held. We are going to get you all of the dates for Jamaica. Round of 16, 18 to 19th. Quarterfinals, 21st to 22nd. Semi-final, 24th, and the finals, 26th. Champions, from 1983. Those are the years, 83 to 20 to present. All right, those are the years that the winners came from. United States, Mexico, Cuba, Mexico, United States, Costa Rica, Mexico, United States, Mexico. All right, to 2019. All right, so those so now you understood why people try to avoid all of these teams. You realize that you don't see no Jamaica, no Haiti, no other team. It's just United States, Mexico, Costa Rica, drop in between, Cuba drop in between, but that's just it. It's just Mexico and the United States winning this competition. So it tells you that these guys have been developing players over the last 30 to 40 years at the highest level, because they are competing and dominating every single year at the highest level. So if you want to have, if you think you're not, so why no? So what the question I'm gonna ask, why is it if they have more resources now, it will stop them from bringing out a super team? It would have enhanced them to bring out even better teams. So that's by just that logic, without even seeing their actual squad, you're going to make sure you mold a team. If you can avoid them, you avoid them. You understand me? If you can avoid them, you avoid them. All right? Yes. Just to show you guys. And we're going to get the listing very soon. All right? Just give me a minute. Just to show you. All right? All right. And don't pay them no mind, JD. They know exactly what you're saying. Okay. All right. Respect. Um Group H is low key my fave. No team I am rooting for. Okay. Seems like the best group to give us a chance to win. Yes, let me go on the grouping right now, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some calls right after we finish. Right after we finish talking about Hutchinson, so we want to make sure we finish every single thing. We're just bringing up the group in here just to show you guys what's up. All right, so this is the grouping right here, and in reality now, that's where the winners came from. So United States is in F, Group F. So that's why we always said that if they come first or third, it kind of help Jamaica to avoid them. All right, because Jamaica would be in Group G, right? And Group G would mean you would only face them in the semi-finals right here. If you can beat everyone else out, we're not disrespecting other teams to say that, oh, Jamaica's so good, they're going to walk over everybody. No, we're not saying that, but we're saying that your greater your chances to improve, to advance. That's what we're saying. We're not delusional. Yes, so as you can see here, right here, Jamaica is in Group G. You have Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba, Guadeloupe. All right, and it's 3 teams go through. All right, so that is G1, G2, G3. All right, runners up and third place. All right, so G3 would be in third spot right here. So third spot would simply means you would face Group E runners up. All right, and then you will go to the semifinals here, in the quarterfinals here, and then because Mexico is over here, you have Mexico until the semifinals. So that's the reason why people try to strategize how to avoid them, because we are predicting Mexico and United States to win both groups. All right, yes, like almost all the other years that they have actually played. You get me? Yes. So that's and their group: Panama, Guatemala, and Curacao. It could be tough, because Mexico got a shocker in the under 20s, so things could happen. Don't get me wrong, things could happen. Yeah, but more likely, they are the ones that should be the winners. All right. Yes, that's what we're trying to say. So now you understood why we are trying to strategize coming in. Yes, because we might be better than others, but we might not be better than United States and those teams. So if we can face them off in the semifinals, it would have come off a little bit better. All right, I don't see us qualifying. Meran Garden, please prove me wrong. That is coming from Database. All right, seems like the best group to give us a chance to win. Yes, I do believe that. RR, Zone of Death, USA, Canada, Trinidad. Yes, that's why I want to see Jamaica against that Trinidad team, and then you know where the problem lies. All right. Ruchin, big up yourself. Danica Knight, JD, what is your thoughts of Kida Taylor going to Derby County? We will do some research on it before we come in. I believe 80 will win this. All right, Messi Louis, thanks very much. Meran was right. Winning the group would be the easiest route. But the last time TikTok you come here and said third place was the easiest route. So TikTok, you change your mind now when we said both of them. So you need to say sorry TikTok, all right, because we were right. So guys, so that's now you understood where we are coming from. All right, make sure to smash the like button to get the likes up on the video. Let me see if we are on 350 likes. If we are not on 350 likes, we can't expand the video to no long time. We are not on 350 likes as yet, guys. That is extremely bad. We have already close to an hour. We are at an hour and we don't hit 350 likes as yet. You cannot get these reasoning nowhere else on planet Earth. So make sure to smash the like button, share and subscribe. We see we don't even reach 4,000 subscribers as yet. So share it to your friends and tell them, say, come at the real spot and come reason with it done. You know? Yeah, man. And let me know what you have to rebuttal here, you know. Yes, up Imaxit, mad vibes. I'm going to be taking up your offer on the Twitter thing. I might, because they're not giving me enough likes, so I'm gonna expand my brand to Instagram and Twitter. You know, yes. Because I went to Instagram to burn down the place and the people must say, you need to come over here. You need to stay here. You know, so I might just leave YouTube and go to Twitter and Instagram. So if you don't give me the 1,000 likes them every day, man's I got consider run away left for now. All right. All right. I'm actually Canadian fans had a heart attack this morning. What happened? Let me know. 350 likes. Yes, man, 350, 360 likes. Yes. Yes, around that. People stingy with the content. Laugh out loud. No, no, they are not stingy. No. So let me just go through the rest of it and then we'll go back to the under 17. All right. So Zachariah was one of the four individuals that caused Junior Fleming all sorts of problem. So that's why I made my story to say that I never expected him to make it. It was very hard for them to make it, you know? All right. So, oh my God, guys, no, guys, we need to put this down on record. TikTok said I was wrong since Mirren Garden said it. Um, Reconsidered. I changed my mind. First place is best. Even when the man forgive you a credit, him should be laughing behind his account. He just don't want to give us a credit. He just don't want to say we were right on anything. The man said him reconsider. It's not first and third anymore. He just said his first place. History, guys. TikTok said he was wrong. So now we know he's a human being. Anyway, so Zachariah, he went to the World Cup and he came back pretty much good games right after coming back. So that kind of shut the door on Junior Flemings with Dillinger performing and Ely getting even better. Rafael doing his job as well. So four solid winger slash striker doing their job. So it was hard. And I think what Junior Flemings did was the best thing because I did not see him breaking through these guys because they are delivering. And the more you deliver, it's the more what you call it, the more money you have in the bank with the coach, because that's the type of coach I saw him as. It's like you have to produce for him in order to get in the team. And when he made his speech about Junior Flemings, it was the same thing. You get me? He talks about his physical output, but fitting in at the team was just not there. You understand me? And that was just the flat out truth. So these guys came in and performed. So it was hard for him to scratch them because you have four guys performing and keeping the team. It's a promoted team, you know, and they're doing very well in the league, to be honest. You understand me? So it was just hard. So I think a move, maybe I'm not 100% with the move that he made, the placement, but maybe that was the only move came in. All right, and he has to just take it and improve himself and showcase that belongs to the club. You understand me? Yes. JD, I'm not in competition with anybody to be right. All right. Most of Concacaf is on Twitter, IG, very active too. All right. Well, I'm telling you, man. People them say I'm mad entertaining. You know, all the people them do on YouTube are fight against me. So TikTok them fight against me every day. So but just leave YouTube, give them and the bun down the building. George, okay, Gary Lynn, Preston, big up yourself, man. Thanks very much for being here. Yes, so in the 20 games that he played, he has 5 goals and 4 assists. So 9 goals contribution, almost 50% goal contribution. His XG is 4.24. And if you see him play, guys, you saw him play in the World Cup if you were watching Morocco. He's a good player. He's a very good player, and he was once dubbed as a wonder kid. So these are not average players coming in. It's just their last leg. They are on to prove that they are actually at the highest echelon of football. And I think he proves himself, and he might not stay. He might not stay at Toulouse. I think he has done enough to move him up one more gear. I think after this season, he might get a contract somewhere else, you know? Yes, I heard that Ajax tried to get him back in the Eredivisie, but it makes no sense for him to leave the Eredivisie and come and go back there. Obviously, Ajax is a better team and they're in the Champions League and everything. So maybe some people would consider it as a step up, yes. But I think he could just finish the season here, get 10 goals and 8 assists and contribute playing wise because he's very good at that. And um, that would be good enough, you know. So guys, we are not here 18 and no Jamaican born players. We are talking of reality. These are quality players that we saw from 15 years old doing bits. They are not just average players that, and I'm talking about quality, good players from 15 years old on the worldwide stage. So that's who he has to compete with, and I just believe that he was not going to win the race. So I don't think people should feel offended when I say that because the competition is fierce. All right, so I just don't want to revisit this one. Good luck to the kid. Hopefully he does his best in the future. Yes, in the future, in a different competition, yes, and prove that he can even um, uh, go back to the club and have a good career there. I would love for that to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would love for him to prove himself at this club that he's going now, and then they can take a look at him. And the reason why I said I don't think it's going to happen because Dillinger and Zachariah, they are young players. You get me? And that is my problem. Unless and so the good thing now they did not sell it to the club directly, which I don't know if they made any offer like buying wise. We don't know that as yet. We are gonna try and figure that out. But at least you're still on their books. So like how these guys are doing so good and other clubs trying to get them, maybe you can slip in now and get a next opportunity at that level because they're not gonna get relegated. They are not gonna get relegated. So maybe that's a next opportunity for you to get a chance to stay in League One and big up yourself. So maybe you still have a next remote chance, you know. But it only depending on if these guys get move on because I don't see you getting more game over them unless it's injury. You get me? So I think that's the reality. So I don't want TikTok to be fighting with me because I know it makes logical sense what I'm saying. You get me? Yes. And I know he believes that as well. You get me? Yes. So, anyways, Hutchinson, as what we said, we reported it yesterday that it's not a move that is completed. The only move completed yesterday was Michael Hector. So they said this one fell through. Omar Hutchinson proposed loan move to West Bromwich Albion has fallen through at the final stage of the January transfer window. All right. So London, that football that London understands. So what say you guys on that one? You get me? What say you guys on that one? You think that this is a bad thing for the kid because he was already performing at Premier League 2 and definitely with Chelsea buying every single soul on planet Earth, it's going to be even harder for him to make the team. So you can see that it's not a local bias, it's just a reality. So I want people to check our work in its entirety and stop jump on this local. Oh, we fight against local. We have said the same thing last night about Hutchinson because I think this is tough for him. The signings that came in is going to be tough. He should have moved on. You know, because I think he's going to finish the Premier League too and did exactly what he was doing for the entire season. So sometimes you can be better than the Premier League too. You understand me? Because he has done that work for a while. You get me? So what he has to do now, he has to play very, very hard in the Premier League 2 to even get a sniff. And he has to wait until people drop out. Like Ziyech. Ziyech is very much upset now. Ziyech is very much upset because he get a legitimate offer to PSG and look like Chelsea never did their work. Look like Chelsea never did their work. So maybe he's in the mindset of saying, yo, fool them take me final because man are one of the biggest thing in the World Cup and I'm here sitting on bench. So some of those players are going to be upset. You understand me? So he has to take that now and work hard in the Premier League too and show Graham Potter that he deserve back at least a looking. I don't believe he's gonna get the looking still. We have to be honest. It's tough. They have signed too much players, so it's too tough for him to get back in that team. You know? Yes. So, all right. Anyways, the 19-year-old, as football.London reported earlier in the day, was close to joining the Baggies on loan until the end of the season. However, West Brom have now decided to sign Mark Albrighton on loan from Leicester City, leaving Hutchinson at Chelsea. Wow, Albrighton is a good player, and you clearly see they want proven talent, proven quality. You get me? And Albrighton is a talented player. I don't know if it was an injury causes problems. Yeah, but he knows how to do it, so they would choose him over him. Hutchinson has played in a couple of senior games since Chelsea returned to action after the FIFA World Cup. His pathway into the first team is more difficult now, though. After the signing of Madrik and Madrik, whatever they want to call your name, all right? Yes, so it only goes to show you exactly what I'm saying. They have signed so much people, and you have Pulisic, Ziyech, and all of them still there. So it's just difficult for the kid. So this is not a good move if he wants to play first team football because it just went even further. All right. This week is Flemmings' first year. In Europe. At least Toulouse is trying to increase his value and has loaned him out. UPenn have done the same. UPenn have done the same for Magee, but the problem is TikTok. He has a longer contract. TikTok. He has a longer contract. All right. So, Flemmings. He has a longer contract, and that's why I said you missed. You missed. No. Yeah. Yeah, he has a longer contract. And it's updated already. Updated already. He has a longer contract than Magee. Right, because that Magee contract ends, season end, TikTok. And the problem is TikTok, when you're over 21, that's when the rule starts. That before 21, people can't come to you and do any business after with less than 6 months on a contract. But once after 21, people can come and do business with you. You understand me? So that's where we evaluated Magee's situation to say that I don't think Kasupen interested in him like how they're talking. You know why? Because if he has 5 months left on his contract and they are not willing to re-up him, yet still we should believe that they have good art for him. I don't see it makes sense there because it's only 5 months and anybody can come in and sign him for free. Sign him for free and does not have to talk with the club, none at all. Once you pass 21, that comes in effect. And that's what we were talking about TikTok. All right. For Flemmings now, Flemmings has a contract up until June 2023. So this is up until season's end. All right. And then he goes back to finish out his contract at the next club. If not, they're gonna re-up him. So that's the difference. So with Magee, that's why they haven't loaned him out TikTok, because what happened if they have 15 injuries? They can just use him for the time. Just throw him in for the time. That's what we were saying. You understand me? But you see, you come back to the same thing that we were saying, you know? Yes, but let me continue. Man call you runaway slave. Oh, wow, damn. Joshua, for the people, some believe that Manly and oh God, what TikTok talking about? Data keeping the like stream. Yeah, man, keeping the likes, 350 likes, or else man's removing ourselves back to the big Instagram and Twitter. JD Hutchinson signed for a championship Championship team, or he's still eligible to come back to Chelsea? No, he's still at Premier League 2. He was not signed. The only permanent deal came in for him was PSV. PSV Eindhoven came in for him, but Chelsea turned it down. So what that shows to me, TikTok, that means Chelsea have him in their future because they turned down a full move for the kid. They wanted a loan move for him. You get me? So either they look at his market value to be resold, or they believe that he's gonna turn into the star that they literally said they think he could turn into. Man said Chelsea buy. Yes, Chelsea bought everybody on planet Earth. I'm tired of them. Should have stayed at Arsenal. I don't know. I'm not sure if he would have gotten the game just the same. Think he should have stayed at Arsenal. Okay, so everyone's saying that now. All right, Omari should come to Toronto FC. No, I think he won't because he's in Premier League 2, and Premier League 2 is a higher level as well. Tariq Magee should be given a lifetime contract. Do you agree? I don't know. I don't know. All right. So let me know if you agree with my statement, dear TikTok. And let me know if you agree with my statement now, because we're gonna pull up this. So this contract is just for this club, guys. It's not for the full term contract. It's full term contract. It leads into next year as well. All right. Yes. So let me put in Magee now. Magee contract finishes here. It's his own club, and it finishes here the 30th of January. So if you don't hear anything and it goes into the final months, then you know that they are not going to re-sign him and he's going to become a free agent. So I want to hear TikTok explain himself out there if he thinks they are interested in him or something. That's what we came to last night. We're just saying that we don't know, and we even touched on his agent, that we would love to hear from his agent. Yes. TikTok says, I'm not talking about now. Magee could have been loaned out a year ago. Oh, okay. There's no pathway for Omari at Chelsea. Clubs inquired to buy Omari. He should have pushed for a move. You can't say there's no pathway. If the man them keep you, that means they believe that you can improve to a level that they might consider either bring you back or sell you for additional money. You understand me? Yes. Is PL2 higher than MLS JD? I wouldn't say that. But I would not be surprised if PL2 teams go into the MLS and do ridiculously well. If not win the entire damn thing. All right? That's all I'm going to say, Because remember, we have a lot of young kids in it, All right? Yes. But I would not say PL2 is not better than MLS. What are you I said I would not be surprised, Mad Vibes, if PL2 teams go into the MLS and do well. All right, that's all I'm saying. But I said Hutchinson should not go to the MLS. That's what I've said. PL2, oh, the man in a fight. Oh my God. Who said Hutchinson to go to? All I'm saying, where the man is right now, and the people that want the player, he should not go to no MLS. Simple, Mad Vibes. I don't care if you want to get upset. Guys, let me know if you think he should go to the MLS. Let me know. Hutchinson should go to the MLS. Let me know, guys, because it looks like man's getting their feelings. Mad Vibes. I've never said outright that the PL2 is better than the MLS, but I said I would not be surprised if the Premier League team can construct a team that will run the Premier League, the MLS for their money. I would not be surprised. All right, that's all I'm saying, big man. I've never said the MLS is better. I've never said the PL2 is better. Listen to my word, sir. All right. Omari is back playing U21 23. Did he sign a U21 or 23 contract? Yes, he's still on his U21 23 contract. Yes, he's still on it. He's still on it. TikTok. He's still on it. He does not sign for the he does not sign his second contract as yet. I think he's still on his U18 contract. TikTok. No, he's not on his U18 because he came over from Arsenal. So he's still on his normal his cheaper contracts right now. But once he goes into a main team and signs a upgraded contract, it's going to be better. You have to understand that what happened in the Premier League? The Premier League has one of the lowest first contracts. in the entire Europe. It surprised me for them to be paying so much money out to people. Some of the first contracts are ridiculous for the kids. I don't know how that, and I don't know how. So you will have people on one team getting $1,000, and KDB on the same team getting $350,000 per week. One player getting $1,000, and because of the rules and the first contract. You understand me? But I think Hutchinson getting more because he made a lot of moves. All right. Obviously, MLS isn't the best move for him, but Jason said he's uh, okay. PL2 can't compete with the MLS. Okay, all right, no problem. I just believe that they could construct a team that give a majority of the teams in the MLS trouble. You can't jump straight from PL2 into EPL. You can jump from PL2 to into EPL, so it's better to me. Yes, believe me, man. They're just. I don't think they're watching the PL2 properly. The PL2 teams can give the MLS teams them problem. I'm telling you, it's not a flat over MLS teams will be winning nothing. It's not true. All right, the best teams in the MLS are mid-table in EFL teams. All right, so you don't think that you can construct PL2 teams and drop them down in the championship and they rival people in the championship? I believe so. If you put them in League One, most of them win League One. Most of them win League One if you put them in League One. You know why? When you take those players and put them in League One, they dominate down in League One. Most of them go down in League One and they do well. All right, so we cannot say that they are so far off. Oh, it's impossible for them to do good. No, it's not impossible. TikTok, they aren't U21, 23 contracts. They are professional contracts. Yes, but I'm saying TikTok younger. I said he's on his earlier contract. TikTok, he's on his U18 contract. That simply means when you sign the first contract. That's all I'm saying. You have rules to it. The first professional contract is a little bit of money. You understand me? That's all I've said, TikTok. All right, but I know what you're trying to lead towards. I know. Ricardo Baggio said, "I'm watching the press conference, and the coach said it's not their fault. The kids who got cut, they never had the paperwork. I don't think it's the kids them that got cut. It was not paperwork problem. I thought those kids that got cut, the kids that never made it." The Zach Lovelace, they said he had problems aside from not getting picked. So it's two different things, Baggio. I thought he meant that. So they wanted Zach Lovelace, but it was out of their hands. But Ricardo Baggio, I think he missed the overall thing. No one had said it was flat out their fault. Why? Zach Lovelace. No, they never wanted Zach Lovelace. No one had said that. People said if they had started the process earlier, maybe you would be here, and everyone agreed with that one. You get me? And because we knew it, and then we reported on the article that wrote in the Gleaner, and then we gave our take on it and said if he said they are waiting on for other countries, he's lying. That's what we said. So I think people don't listen to the stories what we put out and then just make their straw man arguments on it, because I have not said that. Wouldn't be surprised if a League One team make the MLS playoff, but you have to look at the platform. MLS put you on. NYC, FC, and Man City are the same owners. All right. But all I'm saying is don't write off the PL2. I think Hutchinson would not go to the MLS at this point. He would rather go to Spain or Netherlands, Yeah, rather go to Spain or Netherlands. Yes. So that's it for Tariq Magee. All right, we have. Oh damn, we are running out of time, and I never took any calls. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take calls. People have the numbers, so people can call in. We're not. Once you call in, you want to give your take on the overall situation. You just spend 5 minutes, please. Nobody don't call and then take out the whole line. All right, we want everybody can call and get give your take, and we chop it up here and have a good reasoning. All right, yes. Let me open the Discord as well. So if Jason and those guys want to come in, they can. You get me? Yes, because definitely the reasoning took me away to 1 hour 23 minutes and I never even remember. And I said 30 minutes I'm going to open the phone line. All right, as a Jamaican, I wouldn't tell him to come to the MLS, but I would love him at TFC. Okay, okay, okay. No, man, he should not go to no TFC. All right, so we have Jeremy Miller calling in. All right, guys, the disrespect again, we have not hit 100 likes. So get the likes up on the video and get me the 300 likes, all right? We are going 2.5 hours and 300 likes. If not, we're not coming back in the building. Good day, Jeremy. How are you doing, man? Hello, Jeremy. How are you doing, boss? You're not hearing me?
Yes, man, good. Good, man. It's the only man who check the same fans in it. I tell
Yeah,
you.
man, of course, man. Me have to bad that man them because the man them bad. I made the only man. My fans them bad me up. Yeah, TikTok every day bad me up every day.
So, it go vice versa.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I have the authority. I have the privilege to bad them up because them bad me up every day, big boss.
Yeah, man. I've been busy the last couple of weeks, you know. I just could have just drop on a bit, you know. I just come back from here. I was there for a little bit.
Eh?
Um, yeah, man. Me down the man, but not the west, you know. I'm not talking about the Kingston a little bit. I was all over, because you know that's what I do it now, all over. But I'm gonna touch base a little bit. I'm gonna back up just a second. I mean, this is just me asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
I never got a chance to. Um, you guys said last week when the came out that the coach said um, some players were waiting to see if they make another team first before they choose on the
Yes.
Jamaica team.
Not. We
And
never
you
said. We
and
never.
you
We never. What? Hold on. We never said it. We were reading off the article in the Gleaner, so the Gleaner said it.
yeah. But they said the coach said that, right?
Yes,
But
the
what I
Gleaner
see
said the
was a lot
coach
of
said
folks
that.
was like, yes, but a lot of folks was saying that the coach is lying. What proof do we have that the coach is lying? I mean, and I'm not coming for anybody. I'm just
What
listening,
proof?
right?
What proof you have that the coach is lying?
What
If
proof do we have that the coach is
yeah,
lying?
it's very easy to explain. And now we understand either the writer wrote the wrong thing. Can you know why? Today he said it's because of paperwork why most of the persons them never came in, the players them that
Well,
the
that's a
person asked
total
about.
different
So
story.
so so that
That's
means that simply means that means if we are gonna take a statement in the Gleaner and what he said today would have been contradictive. So that would have mean that the coach himself is lying. You understand me? But I more
okay.
think
Let me
it was
stop
a.
that for a second.
Mhm,
Let
mhm,
me back up for a second then.
mhm,
Before the statement come out today, right?
mhm.
And this is just me. I want to get because I'm gonna say this to you.
Okay,
I hate
no,
the
no, no,
JFF
no,
with a passion.
Miller, I know where you're coming from now. Oh, the reason why people said the coach would be lying, they never said he's definitely lying. They said if the statement in the Gleaner is true, that he truly said so about these three players, he's lying. You know why? Because other people knew why the player never came in. So
Okay,
yeah, so
okay,
like people like myself knew why he never came in. So when you said that he was waiting on other people, that would be a lie statement when we knew why he never came in. And now he repeats
okay.
exactly. Yeah.
But whichever way you take this is bad because if this get back to the players and the players read it right and it's not true, it's gonna just discourage these guys. But okay, that's just one thing. So it came out now and the coach started sing a different song, right? But if the people put that in the story, that is not good, right? Now
Yes.
my final topic is this though. If we still having issues with documentation, have we not learned anything from the last 6, 7 years? Like, come on, man. It's about time. I know the parents play a major role, right? The parents and the federation supposed to be helping too. Now, according to Mr. Steele, it's not their job to hunt down and search and find. But lots of these records is not easy to find,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not that easy. And I think the JFF should try to give a lending hand. I'm telling you why I know it's not easy to find. I just came back from Jamaica and I have my ancestry DNA. I'm around
Mm-hmm.
finding with my family on both sides. I've been doing this. I've been doing this for 7 years, right?
Yeah.
I did find people go back to the 17th century. But I'm telling you, the work I've done, extend up late night extensively, spend money and all that, it's not easy,
All right.
right? And for me, we have information, it's not easy. What about those who don't have information?
Yeah, yeah.
There's lots of misspelled stuff, there's lots of other stuff. The JFF still needs to help. They just can't turn a blind eye. If it's a player that we want and the player's doing everything, and he's having, he can't remember this, they need to step forward and try to help. That's just my point, boss.
Yeah, and we totally agree with that. So I just think that people need to stand up and explain to them that sometimes it's difficult. Marion Garden said they were trying to get Zach Lovelace, they were trying to work on people's documents for a year now. Okay, I don't know if that is 100% true as well, but maybe I will have to check that. But I am not 100% sure about that because I don't even know if people knew about that kid for 1 year now. Obviously, we were talking about him for a good while, but I'm not sure. So I have to, I have to take his word for it still. So maybe they were trying and they couldn't get that one at the time. So maybe if 1 year never worked, they need to start thinking about fixing it in 2 years span then. Way longer. Yeah, so I do
They
agree
need
with
to,
you. I do agree with you about Big Boss.
that's something that we need to work on. The federation need to step. I mean, I understand it's not the child's fault, right? It's not their fault that everything was not put in order before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the federation, okay, okay, under 17 next year, we start looking at these players ahead of time, right? Let's contact them, if them contact and want, okay, let's start looking about documentation. So just don't wait till the last minute. That's just all I'm saying, right? And then before we say anything, make sure we have the evidence first that the court said this and the court said that, And because I will tell you straight up, I do not like the JFF. I don't trust them, period. I just think they're the lioness conjured on
but when they
earth.
say make sure we have the evidence before we say anything. When we did that
Yeah,
video,
that's all I'm
no,
saying.
but I'm saying when we did that video, so you have a problem with when we see it so we should not believe the Jamaican cleaner. Like
No, I
no, I'm
am
just
not
no.
saying that.
May your reasoning. I'm just asking it because we always reason to learn to evolve. You understand me? So I want to know if we see something like that, we should not call it out like because remember maybe he never saw it, and
Yes,
I brought the attention
yes,
to
you're
it,
right.
Maybe I
Yes,
brought the
you're right.
attention to it, so him can respond to it and say, "Yo, let me go and let me go and sue the gleaner. Let me go and sue the gleaner,
But
so
he,
they
he
don't
kept
do this thing
quiet.
in the future. They don't do this thing in the future because that is damaging reputation. But me doing the video on it, he can't sue me. You know why? I'm doing it on behalf of a
I'm not.
national
Yeah,
output. So I can't. I never said I was the one who knew about it. I have it in the
but
Gleaner,
I
you
also
know?
think there's some truth to it because he did not come out and refute it. You know what I mean? Right then, he came out a couple of days after. Right. That was just my only thing. I was like, but I was like, the reason why I felt a certain way about it, I was like, wonder if it's true, right? If it's true, then they would need to listen to him, make him say his side. But if it's not true, it is also a disservice to
Yes,
all the guys that are trying to make it. It's a
yes.
big
I
disservice,
agree with
right?
you.
But if it's
Yeah, I agree with you.
yeah,
I agree
yeah,
with you
man. I
100%.
never,
So before
yeah, man.
you go, how you looking at the Jamaica national team in the under 17? What you expect from them based on what you're
To be
hearing?
honest with you, from what I'm hearing, right? I don't think that we are much prepared than the last tournament that we have with those guys. I
Okay.
think I think it is the same, but I think the play. Let me say this: maybe we like 5% more. You know, 5% more. It is not 100%, but this is like a grade right now. If you say, okay, if they fail one, two, three, four, six tournaments in a row, right? And this one happened a few months ago, and then this is another. It's another major. If these guys cannot make it to the next round, this is a failure right across the board. That's my opinion. It's a failure right
But
across the board.
if they make it to the next round still, I can't just yeah, it's three teams. It's three teams in it.
Mm.
Three teams qualifying. So I understand what you're saying. So if they don't make it out of this group, so it does if they make it out of the group, you're okay with it. But if they don't
No, no,
make
no,
it,
no. I'm still not okay because what I was listening to Chatterrock talking about Cuban team
Mm-hmm.
and how much they're going to beat the Cuban team and stuff like that. I think the Cuban team is weak. I could be wrong, right? You
Mm-hmm.
cannot measure yourself off of a weak team. I'm just sorry. That's just dumb, in my opinion, right? You cannot use Cuba as a measuring stick, right? But if they do make it to the next round, and they, let's just take it game by game, right? But I just don't look at some players and say this, that, right? I think that from talking to people on the ground, what system they see in place since the last World Cup, a lot of them said there's a couple changes. Well, some say they don't see none. A few people say right, them starts to see a few like what you call it, grassroots training start to take place. I don't expect a fast change, right?
Okay.
I don't expect a fast change. Oh, let me ask you a question before you go. I saw a thing with Oliver, the former coach, the former Reggae
Yeah.
Boys coach back in Jamaica. What
Yeah.
is he there for?
I think he's coaching in JPL. That's what I saw. The first one saying that he's gonna take over Chopperton Maroons. That just got rid of Lenny Hyde and stuff because of the rules and everything. So, but when I'm doing some deeper research, it looks like it's a circle thing because I've heard about there's some transfers they're making, and it's tough. It's a tough situation because they have a rule that the young kids them, if they don't sign professional contracts, they can only sign 15 people, young players there without contracts, and they only can play 5 at a time. So really and truly, you have to have 50 young players at the most highest level that does not want to sign a contract, and you can only use 5, and then you have to have 15 more older players to complement those guys. So you have to have 30 players if you want to just include those 15 quality best Jamaican talents. And it looks like that's what Antin Chopper and Maroons at this point. So it's a serious thing, but he's
So I
there.
heard when Mr. Speed mentioned about the kids that a lot of them do not want to sign a professional contract because they want to go to college or stuff like that,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm,
He
mm-hmm.
said I think that, but he said that rule was made and they could only play up to a certain amount of kids and blah blah blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to go back and restructure the league. If you want to go to college, you should leave now. Blah blah. They should go back and if do you think this hampering the JPL?
If this is impairing the JPL, the rule, no, you know why? It's you have to outline it properly and let people know from early and sell them a dream. If you said you're going to improve the JPL, you have to just improve the JPL to a standard where people can be beneficial, get in beneficial treatments of it. Because most of these guys, when they do sell over towards the league and they're not getting enough money to keep themselves afloat. You get me? And then you just gave up your chance to go to college or even do play Manning Cup for other persons to see you in different leagues. You understand me? Yeah, so
But
you have to sell
I
it
don't
properly
think
to the
they're going to be
people.
going to college anymore, because I don't think I don't. Do you remember that stuff they used to have the Adidas Next Generation where a lot of Caribbean players come through,
Mm-hmm.
like uh Damani, Ralph, these guys come through the college system. They're actually scrappy. They're not doing it no more.
Okay, but
So
but the people can still see you playing and check you out and it still get to you. Those things still happen. Maybe
it still
no
happen. Okay, okay.
flagship line ain't there anymore that you know that yes, this is the program I'm gonna go on. You know, but they still look at it, man, and bring you to colleges and stuff, man. 1,000%, but not like before.
Okay,
You
I
know.
heard this. Yeah, I also heard this another thing, which I'm gonna ask you why, because I'm not a yes man. I just listen to stuff, and
Mhm.
I want to see why you said that.
Mhm.
When there was a team that got was it Captain Maroons who did not show up for a game,
Mhm.
and they got docked some points,
Mhm.
and you were saying that they shouldn't be docked so much points. I remember that.
Yes.
I remember you were saying that they should.
But
Why should
but
they be not?
I
If the rules
I
was the rules
outlined
there before?
I outlined why I said they should not have been deducted so much points because you don't give them. Look, for instance, a man don't turn up to a match, right? You, in the same statement from the JFF, clearly state that you have never spoken to them as yet. So how can you deduct the 3 points from them, then a 6 points, then charge them money and then charge them money again? That's what happened here.
Hold on
So,
there. Was the rules in place that they broke before?
They broke. They did not turn up for a game. Yes, and they said he
Yes, but then
breached a
they turn up
rule.
for a game, right? So it was in the rule. It was in the rule that if you didn't show up for a
The
game,
second
you forfeit the match.
yes, they said it's a rule. But look now, if they had turned up with the six players and put them on the field, if they turn up with the six player and put them on the field and they forfeit the game that way, everything would have changed now in the same rule now. So the rule
Whoa,
in
whoa,
it.
whoa, 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 whoa! I did not know it was six players.
So
Just like I tell you, I was on the run. I was on the
so
run.
that is a
Six
problem.
players?
So if no, if you turn up with the six players and put them on the field, the rules state that everything would have changed.
Hold
You
up,
get me?
JD. I mean, just like I said, I was on the road. I just get
Yes.
snippets on snippets.
So
You
that is,
said it was six players. A National Premier League team only have six players to play on that
yeah,
day.
they never turned up.
We're going backwards,
They
man.
never yeah, but remember it's a problem. It's a problem. So they never turn up. But I'm just trying to show you why I said this rule they shouldn't have done the team like that, because I'm looking at it to say that Jamaica does not have enough money to run these leagues. So if you're gonna find them two times, then deduct 6 points plus the 3 points. What are you trying to sell there when you publicly stated that you have not talked to Charlton Maroons? You don't know if they can fix it in the next match. You understand me? You don't know if they can fix it in the next match. So I think they should have
Wow.
deducted the 3 points at start and then find them to compensate that next club travels and everything. And then when they come up with your statement and the statement does not make any sense, that's when you deduct the 6 points. You understand me? Yes.
I would say, in my opinion, the players that did not show up, they did not get paid. That's just my opinion.
Yes, but
I could be wrong.
I think they won't get paid as well. But that's on the club. That's not on the league to find them. You understand me?
But yeah, Jay Z, the league's supposed to have a say so. Come on, man. Look, if a club, right, cannot pay the players, right, or this that, if that was an English club or whatever club, right, they be what you call it in administration right away. We call it in administration. I forgot the word, right? Now, did they play the what you call it um following week? Did they show up?
Yes, but remember the coach got fired as well. So I just believe
Oh
that
yes,
they
oh
never
yes,
believed
yes,
in the
yes, yes,
program. They
yes.
just never believed in the program, and that's a big part of why they were doing that. I think you know.
Well, this
Yes.
looks
It's a deep
this
thing.
looks
It's a
serious,
deep
man.
thing. I should have researched a little bit more so I could have brought everything in that one video so you understood exactly where I was coming from. But that's
Yeah,
the
no,
reason I
I'm
said it.
gonna go back and watch the full video now because I'm gonna go back and watch the full video now. But I
Yes.
think they should take a stern sense so that other clubs don't do it. But I get your point. Your point that you're saying with the money situation. But if you cannot pay your players and you cannot attract good players, the club is gonna fail, and it's not good for Jamaica football, boss. Did you see it from that side?
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. But remember, it's a league that they're trying to improve. So you're not gonna get everything right at the start, you know. But
Yeah, but you have to send a strong message, JD. You have to send a strong message. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
what
You
I'm
have to be
yeah,
professional.
what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna gather all of the things and then bring it, come and do it back in the next video because I realize a lot of people wanted information. A person's call me, ask me about it, so I'm gonna gather all of the things and come back because this is something that will be a common problem in Jamaica. You know why? Because schoolboy is one of our highest rated league. And these guys are going to
Yes,
continue not to want to sign contracts, but they want to play the
yes.
big leagues because that's the only league you can get development out of. You understand me? Because you don't have much other leagues
Yeah.
than the Premier
And as
League.
you know me too, I'm gonna do my homework too.
Yes,
I'm gonna do
man.
my homework too. I'm gonna search and come back on. All right.
Yeah, man.
So
All
yeah,
right.
man, let's just go ahead and have a next caller. All right,
All right.
and I would
Respect and
listen.
thanks. Respect and thanks for calling.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
man.
All right. All right, so that was the great Miller, massive respect, man, Jeremy Miller. All right, let me see. Lovelace can do anything for Jamaica. Um, Okay, Jesus Christ. Carl, okay, TikTok. Chopperton is coaching. Did club release their players, their roster yet? No, 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 no. I need to look for it. Kevin, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Carla, the league is being built to CONCACAF standards. CONCACAF gave us a break, allowing us amateurs, the amateurs to play. That is true. There are probably something that I am not understanding. That is coming from DAS. All right. If players can work, why can't they go to school? Question. As you said, make the JPL option more attractive. All right. I think it goes back to CONCACAF. I think CONCACAF wants a specific amount, and CONCACAF does not want the youths them that's signing the contract and playing in a professional league going back to school to play in the school league. Worst off, I'm gonna read before I answer that one, Dos. Let me read up the CASAFA rules, and once me read up the CASAFA rules, I can get the perfect answer for you. All right, let me read up the CASAFA rule, my brother. Thanks very much. I will keep that one because I want to answer it. JD, just checking in. Kida Taylor Arndt went on loan to Derby County. Yes, U21. Weird. And John Russell went to Barnsley for more playing time. That is good. Good for Jamaica as well to get him. Carla, it was schoolboy players didn't show up. Yes, and some of the players got sick. Jesus Christ. All right. Football highlight. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Bear in mind that the team was filled with amateur players. Yes. I think that's more of an ISA rule, JD. That's what I'm saying. So I said, give me a little time for me to read the CASAFA one, the CASAFA ISA one, and then we'll get back to you. Then we can get the full understanding between the two big giants in football in Jamaica, you know. But we will get to it, man. I only asked because Carla said Cuba isn't good, so wanted to see their Rasta. We're gonna get the Rasta, man. Tomorrow the Rastas will be out fully. Yes, so yeah, so people you can call in. Yeah, but I still have other things to talk on. Yeah, because you know me, I do come here with a good amount of information at all times, all right? Yes. So for me, okay, all right, I'm getting a next call. Hello, good night. Let me turn it up. Hello, good night.
Hello. Yeah, good night. You still on?
Yes, man, we're on, man. You're calling in. So,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
we're still on. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. So I have two things with the press conference with Maran Gordon. So I think Jamaica should have a standing statement where if a question is asked about overseas player, there's a one blanket statement that doesn't throw anybody under the bus and get themselves in trouble because every time they answer this overseas player thing, it either throw the players under the bus or people are questioning what's going on. So I
Okay.
think JFF should come up with a better way of answering why our players not here or there than saying, oh, we gave them a year to do their paperwork and now it's on their parents and we don't. That didn't sound right to me.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
Some people say that, so I agree.
yeah, so they should have a blanket statement that covers everybody to say the players working on something now, they're not available right now or something more professional. Then the next thing, I'm looking at the squad, and the squad is heavily amateur players and heavily defensive players with a lot of utility players that can play a lot of different positions. So
Yes.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, there's no out and out forward. There's no out and out. Everybody after the defensive player are utility players, and they can play everywhere. So that might be a problem. Then it's almost 80% schoolboys and a few academy players, which I think might be a problem going up against professional teams that have a lot more professional players. But we'll see. I'm not gonna hit Marin Gordon too much till we start seeing the first couple of games, but it doesn't look good with a team heavily defensive So I
Okay,
don't know.
so you
So
don't believe in that in the utility players because remember you have to look at the context as well, because you allude to the context at first, stating that we never got the players them, so you know about that. So the fact that we did not get the players them, you don't think that the utility players them can be the additional options to get us over the line?
no, no, I think we should have gotten defenders, midfielders, forwards, and then mix with the utility players. A good mix, because we need utility players can be a good and a bad thing. It can help you out in a pinch, but you can't rely on utility players, because if I'm more a midfielder, a left-sided midfielder, but you want me to play somewhere else because we don't have the talent or the bodies to do that, that may throw off my game. It may be working, but I'm just looking on paper. The team is not balanced.
Yeah, yeah.
It's heavily defensive.
I totally understand where you're coming from, and I totally get it as well. I have no I can't object to nothing what you're saying, because utility players simply mean you have a specific role, but you can fill other roles. So when I heard him, they kept saying, "Oh, this is a utility player, but he's naturally a defender." Saying, okay, all right, defender, defender, defender. All right, then let's see then. But based on your confidence, you don't use that to help your situation, like your belief, to say that they look like those utility players transition good enough, so they are happy with what they have. That never increase your
So my
belief.
last, no, I'm not confident at all. So the last point is, so if I'm Marin Gordon, I'm coaching the Costa Cup. I didn't do well in the Costa Cup. My team got knocked out. So I was able to see schoolboy football. So if I realize I myself coaching amateurs couldn't make it to the finals this year, why would I stick with so many schoolboys on a short timeline to go to a tournament that I want to win? Because if I win this or qualify for the World Cup, my stocks go up. So I don't understand why Jamaican coaches don't want to improve their stocks by saying, let me pick the best players, win, and move on, and I become a sought after coach. They're staking their claims on amateur players, and that's why they're not moving out of Jamaica. That's just my opinion. Because if your team playing in the Da Costa Cup wasn't that good, or didn't do so well this year, I would, as soon as I lost my last game, I'll be start scouting. So all right, I need better players than the players in the Da Costa Cup or Manning Cup, better players to mix in with them, so I can be able to win this tournament, or at least go to the World Cup where I'm a sought after coach. I
All
think
right.
you're looking a very short sighted, because you can still develop Jamaica's football, pick the right players down here, mix it with the players at your disposal, and try to make Jamaica play good football. Because it seems like what he's going to do is play defensive counter-attacking football, and hopefully we create enough chances that we score, like eke out 1-0 victories, and that's a dangerous game to play.
Yes, I got that from the conversation as well. I was surprised that how much people was actually happy with it, but because he sold it as a tournament type of thing, that tournaments you have to always be defensively sound and stuff, and you created so much chances per game, it kind of swayed the people that's listening. But I got the same belief in what you're saying from
Look,
so,
if you play defense 80 minutes of the game under pressure, you're gonna break. You can only hold so much pressure before you break. Because if the team is really much better than you and has a lot of creativity,
yes, and
they're gonna play you out of
possess the ball
position.
good enough and press you good. Your defense ain't gonna hold up for 83 minutes, 1000%.
So he's playing a dangerous game. I'm going to support the team. Another question is, the games are going to come on YouTube like the females did and
Uh,
the under 20?
I think Concacaf will do a better job to get them on YouTube, and if it's not on YouTube this time, I think they're going to, at least what they're telling me, they are going to be putting it on the app, so you won't have that region block anymore. So you will have a chance. I think everyone will have a chance to watch it. I'm sure of that. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting tournament.
I wish them luck, but Marin Gordon, if you wanted to coach outside of Jamaica or be a better coach, you got to start thinking more broadly. But I wish you luck, man. All right,
All
Jaden,
right, respect,
continue with your
respect.
show.
Yeah, man, respect. All right. All right, so let me see what the people are saying, and then we'll bring in Jason right here. Guys, remember to smash the like button. Well said, Carla. Romain Newman said JD Lenny couldn't be the coach. Yeah, I thought he could have been the coach. He did well. This Carla is very smart. Okay, so people are going with the Carla, because most Jamaicans coaches believe that local players are better than the diaspora. Oh, maybe, but tell you what, it's their job. So give them the chance to feel themselves, and if they feel, then you know that none of them should get the job. That you have to give them a chance to feel. If you don't give them the chance to feel, but you gave them the chance before. But no, we are in a new management. Give them the chance, and if he feels, clearly we have to get a different coach for the under 17 going forward. Squad is a reflection. The squad is a reflection of the level of the coach's mind. Okay, B Douglas said, let's give the coach a chance. I thought we all here was giving the coach a chance, but remember, everybody have different opinion, B Douglas, and he's not sharing my opinion on everything. He's a caller that I never knew would have actually called in. So you can't use him to judge me. All right, starting with defense mentality is not bad, but you have to score goals. Yes, but we listened. We listened, Big Boss. We listened what he said overall. We need to see the team play Trinidad. We had said that already. I think you are assuming what we have said, and you never listened. You never heard what we have said. So I think you're making up your own mind, and we here. All right. There's no way we don't get out of the group. All right. No. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So let me take the call from Ian. Good day, Ian. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm here, man. Your line choppy. I don't know what's going on with the big call, the big sound that you have there.
No idea. I think I'm whispering. That's the reason.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
whispering. All
So,
right. Just yeah, but just go ahead. Go ahead. It's a little bit choppy, but go ahead.
all right. So basically, where I stand, this team, we should give the team a chance to see what they are gonna produce because the squad has been selected already, irrespective of who they selected. We have to put our weight behind the team and support them because
Yeah,
what's
but
done is
Ian,
done. And
we have already said that. We have already said we are going to
yeah.
support them. It's every
No,
caller
no, no,
coming in
no.
and figure this.
I am saying it because I was one of the biggest critic of the happenings prior to the squad being selected. So I'm just clearing the air.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
From my perspective. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
that what was said. Yeah, and that's done and dusted. So
Yes.
now it's a matter of just being Jamaican and putting our support, complete support behind the team. I'm talking from my perspective, so, yeah,
Yes.
because I have my reservations based on the selection and several other things, the number of international versus local players. All those things are things that I am considering thinking about. But guess what? That's water under the bridge. It's now a matter of the coach going out there with his boys and getting the best
Oh,
possible results for Jamaica.
all right.
And we have to put trust in the system that he plans to utilize for these games. And we hope and pray for the best. So I'm just essentially clearing the air. Yeah.
All right.
So
Yes, and fix the phone next
that's
time, yeah,
that.
because the people will complain. So you have to fix the phone, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Respect, bossy. Yeah. So that was Ian. It look like Ian have some phone problem. Yes, Ian have some phone problem. We need to bring in Jason, but we take a call from the big bad island card. Defensive playing style, we are going to park the bus and engage the handbrake. Yes, Ramin, we have placed the number. You can just call in on WhatsApp. Good day, Mr. Island card. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, big up. I'm good so far. Long
Yes.
time in a call in.
Yes, man. I want to
Alright,
hear what you have to say.
yeah. Alright, my honest opinion about this under 17 team,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing it qualify.
You're not seeing them
This
qualify.
local coach, no. And you
Okay.
know why? Because the local coach and the bias. of it. You understand?
You still believe that there were biases due to the fact that even with
Yes.
knowing that most of the main players them they had papers problem, you're still going back to the next
Yes.
two that was cut.
Yes.
You wanted those to be included. Okay, okay. All right.
Yes.
Just want to clear it up.
Yeah. And when this team fail, I hopefully they can ban our local coaches because they're just not learning at all. Look at on the 20 team. The local coaches was the problem. You could not get the best out of the team. And same thing going to happen with the under 17 team. Same thing. It seems that JFF not learning at all. Let's ban all local coaches, simple as that, and you'd oversee people. You
Okay.
understand?
So you think the solution, but remember, they brought in Meran Garden on board, just to have a Jamaican on it, just to see if they can learn something, so he can share the knowledge across the land. You think that's the wrong strategy they are going on with? Or
Yeah.
you would tweak it a little bit and said, all right, then stay as the second assistant coach for the main team, but you don't get a job. You don't get a full job. We go and hire separate under 17 coach, or make the under 20 coach do the under 17 job as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the second option. The under 20 coach should be the under 17
Okay,
coach.
okay. Let me know if you agree with
And
Island Card guys, because Island Card are burn the fire, you know.
and the next thing should be Lenny High should be the coach, not Murray Garden. For the when Grimson gone, because
Okay.
of the style of play.
So when Grimston gone, we move from Grimston to Lenny Hyde.
Yeah.
What for the main
Yeah.
big team, for the big man team?
Yeah.
For the big man team. So, but you just burn out Jamaican local coaches, then after go straight back and say you want the hire local coach.
Alright, true because we choose Lenny High because of the style of play. You understand? Because
Okay.
we see with CC, the man beat up Mona High with Kurt Balla
Yeah, but
and other team as well. So
Big Boss, them that Manning Cup in them that joke league comparing to reality. We know him.
well,
We know
boy, I don't know if I said
no,
it.
yeah, but you're saying. Oh, I understood what you're saying. If you're saying if you can pick anybody from Jamaica, you have to just pick CC coach because he has a style of play already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. Okay. All right then, Big Boss. Boy, big.
But
Yeah, finish, Bossy.
yeah, next thing before I leave, don't be surprised if we don't come out of the group. That's all I have
Don't
to
be
say, to be
surprised
honest.
we not come out of the group. So all right then,
Yeah, don't be
don't
surprised.
go nowhere then, because we don't want people say I just be a negative attack and from you come on appear negative attack. You know that. You know me and Bridget. It's okay and me alright with
Yeah.
that. But what if he comes out of the group? Are you going to change your mind on him? Are you going to change your mind on him due to how he plays and how satisfied you are?
Do it. All right. Depends how he play and the style of play as well. Yeah.
Okay. So even if he
Yeah.
scrapes through and come third, you still abon him out.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Island
Mhm.
card. Got island card no care. All right.
Yeah.
All right, big
Because
man.
Mr. Sick and tired of foolishness, man. Yeah. All right, later.
All right then. Respect. All right. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that was the big bad island card, guys. I'm telling you, the man in a business. Conrad, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. My advice said, I don't think that's the right solution. Put local coaches in a position to earn a job. Okay, I island card, mash up the whole piece. Brother, schoolboys. So how many see TikTok about that island card? So we have Jason here, massive respect, and then we look like Pastor. Pastor after only calling or join the Discord. You know, Jason, what you want that to do?
Boy, JD Island Carter blaze some fire.
Yeah. Oh my
And the
God.
man say, yo, no local coach, but a Lenny Hyde for coach.
So me,
No, but listen, what couple of things. First thing, when I was listening to, I believe it was Vassal Reynolds read off the team,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard reports that we're gonna play either a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like we're gonna play a 9-1. because every single player almost that he said, he mentioned their defending capabilities. So I'm wondering how many defenders actually. Another thing that I noticed, which the caller before me brought up as well, is we have a 20-man squad, and I heard the word utility used many times as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather my team full of specialists with one or two utility rather than the other way around. What say you?
I do agree with you. I thought the word utility players were pretty much overused. But as you know, when I'm listening to him, I'm trying to decipher what they're truly saying, because sometimes you know the wordsmith them will come if you attack certain point, they're gonna come and tell you that, oh, he never really meant it that way. He meant it the next way. So we have to make sure I have to make sure I put it down there and try to break it down the best way. And every single way I've looked at this utility argument. It just never sell the right way for me. You know, it just never come off right at all. Every single way we tried, it just never come off the right way. For me, I think if we had problems, and we just kind of come out and say, all right, you know, we had problems, big man thing, and we are going to come out and face it head on. We have to just give the facade to say that, oh yes, everything is okay. This is you know, because I'm gonna tell you about the peer pressure and in our culture. I just think that that's what I got from him today. The whole of them. We get the vibes of, oh, we might have a problem, but we're still positive going out there, you know. And I just want to see them in action. I really really want to see them in action. Really really want to see them, and then we can get the true statement out there, because I don't know what to think, how the man them explain things, man, but that's rough, you know, it's rough how the explanation went.
Yeah, it I don't know. It's sad that you have to try to like pick from what they're saying to try to figure out what they're saying.
But
You know, I wish
Jason, that
when
was
they speak,
always
I
the
would just
problem.
hear it and I
Jason, that was
understand.
always the problem, and then
It's
people
almost like you're more cloudy after the
y-
fact, and
y-
it's annoying at this point.
Jason, when me come here, me tell you something, me tired for listening to people talk. And when me finish, me not understand what what me did I try to look for. How can you be more confused when you done what something than when you act before you start? That I'm a problem. So I think they need to find the people that can articulate everything what's needed, you know? Yes, and that is the biggest problem. So who is it now?
Yes.
Hello, good night.
Well, going to be Romeo anymore.
Oh, Roman, how you doing, man? Big up, big up. Me and Jason there both. We just chop up the final the press conference, because we are trying to chop up what they were trying to say, you know. And it sometimes cause some confusion, but at the end of the day, I'm still hopeful, and I hope I just want to see them out there, you know.
Yeah, for real, for real, for real. Well, JD, to be honest, I don't see why Lenny Hyde is not the coach for the under 17.
So what if I'm not picking up for JFF here? I'm not pick. I'm just just giving ask, you know, a question. What if Lenny I's system is much more harder to adapt to, and it will take more time, and they just never had enough time on their hands? What if that was the situation?
So you believe that is the situation now?
No, no, no. Oh my, no, 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 no. I just brought up that because
So,
I've always heard that linear system takes so long to learn. And he said it's 5 years he had the kids them doing it for them to learn it. So I'm just asking, what if it's the difficulty of his system and the time that he wants to bring something to the fort, and JFF just don't work in that manner, at least for the longest time. No, they might have a different way to work, but for the longest time they never worked in that manner. What if that's the situation?
well, if that's the situation, then I can understand.
Okay. More likely, I don't think that's the
But,
situation, but I'm just showing you a different side.
I was wondering. I was wondering.
you know, you've been a JD.
I'm just
Well,
I'm
well,
just showing a
after
different
this,
side.
well, well, after this tournament, I hope to see him as the coach.
Okay, okay, so that means a lot of people agree that Lenny should be the coach then basically. A lot of people agree on that. Okay.
Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. All
S-
right, but now go hold up the line, JD. So me
yeah.
I get next caller
All right.
a chance.
Respect. Yeah, man, respect. All right. So TikTok said, Carla, this is a youth football tournament. The coaches know they need versatile youths. So TikTok, what are you trying to say? That they went for versatile youths on purpose? That's what you're saying? Let me know, TikTok, and then we can further your conversation. Warren Webster said, "This is why you are an analyst, Magee. Strictly reality." Yes, man. Yes. Martin said, "We are going to defend for our life." All right. Yeah, man, let me call the one pastor because the one pastor, I say, call in or join the Discord. He has done none. You understand me? So, yeah, let me see if he's in the Discord. Oh, he's not in the Discord. Yes.
No.
All right. So yeah, guys, make sure we need 30 more likes to each 150. Hopefully we can do that. All right, Pastor will call in back right after. So yes, so Jason, you said
Yes,
you
pro
were
clubs. Yes, pro clubs. That is it. Utility player give you utility result. Specialist give you specialist result.
all right. Come on, people, like up the video. Okay. Um, Mario Williams says the way the gentleman described the players, we can't lose no game. He even said that the keeper are solid. They don't make mistake and they are even. All right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I've always said, I think first responder, big up yourself. Oh, you doing, man? Hope all is well. I've always said, I think the only thing I will come here and tell you what I've discovered after traveling so much places now in the world. All right, some places in the world. I'm not gonna say so much places because I'm not Cataract or Jamaican Guna. They man to go everywhere. But what I've described, realized our confidence in life, Jamaica's confidence, nobody can match Jamaican confidence in the world, in the entire world. I'm talking about everybody. Like our culture's confidence is different level. Our culture's confidence is different level, and our usage of words for the exaggerative it points, nobody can match us in the world. I'm trying to make sure I find the right words for people not to say I'm trying to disrespect Jamaica. I'm giving Jamaica credit. All right. I'm saying our confidence is the toughest in the world. I've never seen people like us. Never, ever. It exists. I know. So I'm just trying to respond to Mario Williams. So even if the players them are not as good, not saying they aren't as good. I'm just saying if they are not as good, that's what you're going to get out of them. Because the last time Eva Defensive Central came here and talked about Jamaican players, he said he talked like Jamaican players they're the best in the world, and it's just because of their behavior why they ain't going anywhere. You know, but yet still the man that's run Jamaican football saying that we don't have the players them right now because we don't have the skill set to teach them. You understand me? And we don't have the coaching. So one saying the complete opposite of what one saying. I heard Lenny I can't pass a formal coaching test. The JFF is moving forward. Certified coaches. Yes, so you jump with that? You heard. Yes, you heard. So it's not true. We don't know. We would love to have him on the program and we ask him those tough questions. JD, how many CC players on the team? Not many at all. Maybe they were too old.
There's one. There's one. I think there's one CP player.
Yeah, they're too old. All right, they're too old apparently. All right. Let me call Mr. Lee to hear what he's saying. Who keep timing it out?
System is close to Tapa. Oh no.
Okay. No, I don't. Moderators timing it out? No, no, people don't time out Prodigy. Prodigy, nobody timing it out, man. I think maybe it's a system. I need to take out the
Yes,
robot.
stream
I, I,
elements time him out, but I don't. It's just
stream,
some laughing faces. I don't know why they timing him out.
stream element. Hear me? Prodigy. It looks like in my software. My software connected to my YouTube times out people and accidents. So I'm gonna fix that. Just don't use too much emoji. All right, so the leader look like he's busy. The leader look like he's busy. Um, JD, read my comment. Okay, first responder. We're okay. JD, this system is close to tappers. I can't say I am displeased though. Hard-nosed defense with slicker passes. This is a mirror of how the U20 and senior boys will play. All right, all right. So my apologies, Prodigy. All right, we will try and sort it out. We have to fix the robot. The robot is a problem. Cherries says, Imaxit, it's the truth. Lenny and Jerome are practical coaches. Them can't pass a theory. All right, I'm going to investigate it. Just like how you always said, I always jump to believe certain things. I am going to make sure I investigate if the man them can't pass the test. Because I'm not going to put that out there.
Hello?
Say the man them can't pass the test. Good afternoon, Mr. Leader. We are live and direct. We wanted to get some information on you, from you, on the squad. What you got from the
Happy
press
New
conference?
Year. 30.
All right, the leader busy on his
Hello?
phone. Yes, Mr. Leader, we are
Yeah,
live
man. What's
on the
happening?
Imaxit football. We are trying to get some information from you on the press
Okay.
conference. What you got from it, to what you were saying, because what we got from it is really top shelf. Like we should expect great things. All third of the pitch.
Everything that came out of that press conference, I think we already knew all of that already, didn't we?
But the striking part, he never really come off as though you explained it to us. He feels like
Oh.
they're already in the striking department just the same, and yeah.
Well, the only thing I can say is that look, when you have a press conference, the coach is going to be very upbeat. You never have, even though he did manage expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody had asked him later on down, about the team qualifying, and he did manage expectations, right? He
Okay.
did. He did say, you can't guarantee qualification, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have said already that, based off of what I see, I have told for a fact we will advance out of the zone. And I stopped there. You notice I have not gone further than advancing from the zone.
Okay.
Okay? That's
Mm-hmm.
what I have said. Right? And I will stick my neck out that we will advance from the zone. After that, now, if we don't get the transition from the defensive shape to an attacking shape,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if we don't transition smoothly between the two, we are going to be in problem once you reach that next stage, because the first stage there are how many it's what it's 4 teams, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, four
It's
teams.
four
Three
teams
goes
and
through.
there are three
Yes, yes,
spots.
yes, yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So even if we were to get basically how I work it out, 3 points, we're sure. You understand? So we don't
Mm-hmm.
have a problem there. But once you get in the next section, you're talking about KO. So you can wholly have your defensive shape can carry only so far at that stage. You will have to be able to score and win matches, right?
Yes, but
And
remember, he said the utility players them. So if you don't think he has enough wingers and strikers, he has enough utility players, and they are
no, I
working
know
on
the utility
creativity.
players. No,
So you
no,
think that
no,
is
no,
enough
no,
to get
no,
us over
no.
the
We
line?
know the utility players.
No, no,
Listen,
no. I have to
what?
talk to you. I have to talk to you as if I don't know, because I'm trying to get the answer for people.
Okay, okay. Hold on. Let me tell you one of the things that I've seen happen here. One of the utility players
Mm-hmm.
that was is also he plays Premier League as a number 10 creative midfielder given that final pass. They had to move him from that role to a defensive role because um, there's the one of the centre halves that went away with Kingston Academy. He plays with he plays with Mannings, right? They did question it.
Mm-hmm.
Javin Williams, he's injured, so they couldn't carry him. So they had to move Adrian Reed, who plays. He starts as in the Premier League at a much higher than this is the big man he's playing with. He starts in that role to give that final pass to the attackers. So he has been sacrificed and pulled back to shore up the defense. So right away, it's not. I would have thought that they would have been competent enough actual defenders there than have to use a player that is a midfielder, but he's very competent to be able to move back. That sends for me an alarm bell that
Okay.
you're sacrificing your attack to shore up your defense.
So, but
Because
we thought that he had all of the defenders so much that he does have over the top defenders. Then you're saying that one of the midfielders will have
no,
to drop into
I
defense.
I think I had mentioned on your show that
Yes, you
when
mentioned it
the
here, but
eliminations were being done,
yeah.
a lot of the defenders were cut. I don't know if you remember
Mm-hmm.
from early
You have the
on. I
final
said
list. You have the
I
final.
had an issue with it.
You have a proper program of the list at this point, so I could put it up on the screen. All right,
What?
I'm gonna try and get it on the
What? The new
internet.
list? The new
Yes,
list?
it beca- one that
Oh, I
writes
can
properly.
send it to you. Yeah, man, I can give you the new list.
Yeah, man, send it to me.
It's not.
Is it in PDF format so I can put it on the screen?
It's a screenshot.
Oh my, yeah, even more cataract. Leader, why you can't just get to the 2023 levels, man? You just send me
It's
that
not the thing there, But you could take it down, It's on
Concacaf.
Instagram on JFF thing. No, man,
Okay,
it's
I
there.
thought it was on Concacaf. All right, let me try and get it for you guys.
No, it's on yeah, man. It's on their Instagram page.
No,
It's there.
I was just trying to get the names, the physical names.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. It's the same thing I gave you. Only thing my list had the reserves.
all
So
right.
if you look at that, the list here now, I can tell you who is not there. You're not going to see the extra goalkeeper. You're not going to see
All right, let me
Bibi
try and see if I
Gardner's
can
son.
get it.
You're not going to see
I know it's on Instagram, but Instagram is not
Wilberforce
connected to my
and one
computer.
of the Garvey Masters. So those are the four reserve
But the
players.
problem, Instagram never connected to my computer, so that's why. And but let me try and see if I can get it. Yeah, that's my problem, man. So it's okay, it's okay. I will get it on the screen for you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you want, I can send it to you. It can
no,
go
man.
if you want.
I do have it here. I do have it here.
Oh,
So I will
okay,
post it.
okay.
I will post it for the guys them right here.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. So it's basically, if you look at it, as I said, it's accurate. 'Cause I did say I got it, and I'd give you even more than what they are giving it, because they haven't told you anything about the reserve players. So what some people might not, when the team goes there and you see the extra players, people might wonder, hold on, how come we didn't hear about this player? So
yeah,
I gave you even information about who the reserve players are.
U17. But sometimes Big Boss, it just comes like it's a total different thing than what you're saying. They're saying to us, you know. So yeah, but I understand the confidence, and you have to G up the fans because you want them to support what we're doing. So I totally understand it, you know. Yeah.
I'm I'm being realistic with my expectations. As I said, my thing from very early on, I mentioned that when they were cutting the side, they were dropping defenders, they were dropping center halves, and I said, hold on, I think they had I'm just thinking right now. There's a center half that was there for under 15 that they had dropped. He started in the under 15s. There was this youngster from Phoenix. He played
Mm-hmm.
for Mona, but he had an injury. They also dropped him. They had another center half. He plays. Funny enough, he's currently in the Premier League playing, but he had an injury earlier on. But he has gotten over that injury, and he has been in every single Premier League squad from then so far.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of the center halves that is also a utility player because he can play almost everywhere, including the goal. So he was not there. So but I'm just saying I already saw the red lights coming off. Read the center half. So
Yes,
from you have
yes.
to use a utility player who is primarily, because let me tell you the other thing. The player one of the utility players we're talking about, although he can play center half, he has never he has never played there for his club
Oh,
or he has never played there for his school, but he can play there.
look here, people will complain, because the first thing I saw, our under 20 players squad list ahead of the 2023 U17. My goodness. Oh, we can't make mistakes, man. I know somebody will see it, and complain, but can't tell leader because the man will make a mistake again and
Yeah.
oh my
Oh,
days. But guys, it
okay.
is it
So
is the under 17 squad, not the under 20. All right? Yeah, continue, big boss.
right. So basically,
No,
as I said, that
JD. It's actually
What is it?
it's a it's a our 20-player
Oh,
squad.
20
It's
players. Yes,
okay.
it's correct. It's correct. It's correct. Yeah, because me don't want them write the wrong thing. So my fault, guys. My fault. It's correct. It's correct. Yeah, continue.
right. Okay. So basically, as I said, I don't like the idea that they have to be sacrificing players from an attacking perspective to shore up the defense, but it does say where we are at. It does. It does say that there are there will be a problem moving from one to the next. So I
Mm-hmm.
suppose they have the good thing is at least all three players back there originally like one of them I can say I know well I can speak about who plays for my club.
Mm-hmm.
Gooden, the captain, the centre half from St Andrew
No,
Technical,
so good news
has
from
for
so no, but leader, we have to call you out. Why is it how much years now? You have always have people in these squads. Is it that you're just the best developer of talents in the country and we don't know?
I think
Are
look
you
here, the
are you
record.
you have Adam?
No, hold on, no, hold on. Let me tell you. Let me just explain something to those who don't know. Years before, every club I've gone to, and it has nothing to do with any links. The teams that I had at Medhaven United used to dominate. I'm at Cavalier, they dominate. I think I know how to select and bring talent through. Okay, that is just a fact.
Okay,
And
all
it's
right.
with all the resources Mount Pleasant has, nobody can talk to me on that.
All right.
Okay,
Hold on
with
then.
several different
So
administrations,
guys,
no help.
you hear leader hyping up himself. Do you guys agree with
No,
leader that he's the top developer of talents or identifier of talents in the country? Because every see Cherries are bunny out there, so Cherries not gonna agree with you. But I
no, Travis, I can talk now. The list that you see there, a number of those players were recommended by me to the JFF. I can talk about it now. I didn't want to say anything before, but yes, I did recommend a number of those people on that list.
okay.
Right?
Leader,
And
you sure you don't want to wait till after the results?
no, man, I can talk. It doesn't matter. These like it or not, I can say
So
one thing,
but
on farm
mm-hmm.
and without injury, these are easily even some of the overseas, I did recommend, right? But unfortunately, at least one of the overseas that I recommended, wasn't able to get the documents in Cairo Lumsden, right? 'Cause I was actually a part of that, trying to get everything through for him, and it's been a while. But anyway, that's another situation. That's for another day.
All right, so leader, you see, you put yourself in hot water in a leader. No, the people are gonna spit out a whole heap of questions. All right.
I will answer them now. I know I will answer them now because if you notice, we had to be a little deliberate and not put. We see sometimes when some people say the Cavalier beside the names,
Yes.
they're going to say, "Oh, it's this and that and that." So, there are three Cavalier players in the squad, more than any other team, right? Which is not unusual from ever since. That has always been a constant. It has nothing to do with whether or not before Mr. Speed was a part of it. It has always been like that. In 2011, when we last qualified, there were 8 there, and Mr.
Uh, uh,
Speed had no power.
One is associated to Cavalier now, but leader is a long time leader. Have a power struggle over Jamaican football. I don't know how he does it, but it's incredible how long. I'm talking about from in my days. From in my days, that's 2 decades ago.
Different club. Make them know, said different club.
Yes. We have to give him credit because that time he was with Wagga and those guys, and they were instrumental against
Medieval.
good teams. But also Calabar, not just Medieval, also Calabar. He was involved in a
Yeah,
lot of
man.
things,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Because they let me keep my war between me and leader. That because I'm not take it personal anymore. Butler is the
Oh
best
man,
identifier of talent on the island. Our vibes, I want to say that
really?
leader have
He does his thing.
identified maybe 60 times the more talents than Butler. May I tell you the honest truth? Yeah. But you have to look at don't look at the one talent, the one big talent. And to be honest, it's not him identify the talent. You have to give my boy him credit that brought the two players to him. That guy came on my stream last year before my big channel shut down, and I never wanted the problem. So I love the fact that Ryan gave him a chance to speak. So you can't say Mr. Butler identified the talent when the other guy identified the talents and brought him to him. You get me? So you cannot jump to say that. You get me? I think leader, we have to give him his
JD,
respect.
if you get a chance and look at Ryan's interview yesterday
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with Raymond Watson,
Yes,
that will
yes.
also shake up that idea that Mr. Butler was the sole person with Whisper,
Yeah, but
right?
we had said that as well because remember we supposed at Harbour View. That's what they said, and even later than Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey was 9 years old. Whisper went up in his teens. So you can't say you're the identifier of that talent when you got them in their teens. Someone had to nurture that talent to that point. So I don't know why I5s are forced to give people credit. Yeah, we give Mr. Butler his credit, but you can't give him all of the credit. No man, I'm telling you, 20 years now, leader out here a lead. To be honest, we have to give him credit. We can burn him out for other things, because I was just going to ask, how much, based on the fact that he has his players in the team, how much his assessment goes off, his hyped up assessment, because that's what I don't have any link, so nobody can join the stream. You can only call in or join the Discord. I don't have any link because I'm using my normal setup here. I expected to do this by myself. Yes. So I don't have any link yet, Rock. You have to just call in or join the Discord. The Discord is there and it's easy to join. And that's what I said to Pastor. Pastor did not join. So the man them only want to come on the screen. Don't know why, but yeah, because most of them when they do come on, they don't want to show them face. So I don't know even why they want to come on the screen. We're only seeing your voice. We're only hearing your voice. So just join the Discord. The Discord is in the description. Yes, so leader, how much it influences your hyped up talk of this under 17 team, or it's just honest base? Because now you say you have a lot of players in the team. It's a fair question.
Okay, no, look here. The team have a problem attacking. They're going to have a big problem. They're going to come out. They're going to come out later on when I would imagine the team goes. I don't know. I think they should be able to go. They can go as far. I don't want to say. I'm not sure if they can make the semis
You're not sure
because you
they
will
can
have
make the
to score
semis.
goals.
So what if they come first in the group, and then can
No, if they come first.
yeah.
No, if they come first. But to come first, you're going to have to look here. You're going to have to be winning the matches, and as I say, I'm going to wait until I see them against Trinidad, and then I can give you an assessment because so far they have most of the matches. Let me tell you one is a constant in the practice matches that they have played. Although they are big men they have been playing against, the reports are that sometimes they're not even taking a shot, not even a speculative shot
So
towards goal,
so
and that
so
is
you
an
so you
issue.
but hold on. So you don't see them creating chances because he has said the opposite thing. He
They,
said they
the,
created 7-8
in the
chances per
game the other
games.
day, yes, I'm talking about in
Okay.
matches before. People would say they did not even take a shot. But the match the other day that they did play against Portmore, yes, crosses were made.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there were a couple shots towards goal. But I could have stood up in the goal and I can't keep goal because there wasn't any real danger for somebody to steer it in because What
Yeah,
I
but
saw,
leader, you were saying that is the opposite Miran Garden because that's exactly what he said. He said about these creation in the last game. That's what he's basing it on, and you are saying that they are not. So the shots them that you
no,
expect. Yeah.
no, okay. In the last game, that's what I said. In the last game, you saw where they were coming up to. It's better than where they were before. So maybe if they continue to move at this rate, because where they were for, let's assume now. I'm going to give an assumption. Let's assume that before they were making solidifying the defense, make sure they get the defensive aspect perfect. Okay, so all of the matches that they played there, they would make sure, and the training, they was to make sure that the defensive shape is 100%. Because I think we can say that apart from couple of glitches that I noticed, it's good. It's good. It's not perfect, but it's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Based off once they put the right personnel out there, and the coach make sure him don't have no preferential thing depending where the player come from, right? Because as I say, I'm not calling a player name, but there was a player I saw out there in the fence that if him go there and him start, me not have no hope. He will be a good coach will identify that he's the weakling from early and just come down field section of the field and put pressure on the rest of the defenders.
But that was one of the problems that you guys identified the last time, saying the reason why others got cut was the fact that they're too attacking and they left too much space. But now you're saying that one of those mans, if they do get on the pitch, they will cause problem defensive. Is he a
Anyway,
defender
let's.
naturally? All right, sorry, I'm
He's
asking
a.
too much question.
I can't say. I don't know. I just know he goes to Gavin. I can't say anything more on that.
Okay, all right, fair enough, fair enough.
What I can say though, as I said, you saw them. No, what I saw them, they created chances, right? You
Mm-hmm.
have, and as I said, two of the other attackers in Bell from Phoenix and Ashton Gard from Atlanta were
Mm-hmm.
not on the field, right? So I'm just going to say no. Ashton Gardner and Bell being added into a 3-4-3 formation, it should add a lot more to the team. However, Garden has a serious injury that they're nursing him along, and Bell also has a niggle, right? But Cohen from Veer looked very, very good. A cut above everybody else that was there. There was oh
Cohen.
gosh, I'm not
All right,
remembering.
so Cohen,
Cohen,
Dustin
yes,
Cohen
look
from
out.
the
I
NDI.
expect a lot from him.
All right,
Yes,
Dustin.
I expect a
And
lot from him.
and
He
leader,
looks,
Cohen has experience playing in Europe. Is that correct?
yeah, he went with the Kingston Academy last year, and once he came back, he was right there into the Veer team as a starter. So he has started most of last year, and this year he's also been a starter. So he when he was playing against, look here, one of the things was you saw he was used to playing against a higher talent because he went past most of the bigger players from Portmore like it was a cakewalk. It was something he was used to doing, and this is one of the things that I try to explain that when you have under 17 players that are playing in the Premier League, we're not talking about in a Premier League squad and not playing, right? Once these is the same thing with Ronaldo Barrett, right, and Adrian Reed that are there. They play day in day out in the Premier League. So when other kids have stopped playing Manning Cup by what last year, say, or the year before, December, these kids are playing right through to June. You understand? So and then now after June they might take a little break and then they're back. So that they are playing like 10 months for the year. This is what other kids from the States and elsewhere do. Right? 9, 10 months they are active. But the typical schoolboy, right, at 17 from Jamaica, they're not playing that long. They're playing for like 3 months and that's it. But as I said, with the advent of this thing with Cohen in there, with Barrett, Adrian Reed, then now we have As I said, Bell, although Bell is not actively in competition, Phoenix travels a lot, and so and so he's kept purely active also. So I expect a lot from them. And when you put the other day like the Ashton Garden, the Molina, who are also in active competition straight through, we're going.
Mm-hmm.
We, we will do well. We will do well. I can't say how well because I don't know even know what the opposition looks like.
All right.
That's
So
another
they
thing.
said
But what I can say is that mhm,
TikTok said I will look out for Cohen, leader. Hopefully the scouts will like him. Prodigy said 40-year-old,
they will.
40-year-olds, 18 and Craig. When will he stop? Prodigy, nobody hits on Craig here. I think once people just view things on a worldwide scale, you come to the same conclusion as everybody. Nobody eats Craig here. Nobody. We promote his players more than anything else. As what was not his player, because the main player that he has, Whisper, we promote his player more than nobody else, more than everybody else. So let we just stop this thing, Prodigy. Stop acting like Craig is Jesus Christ to Jamaican football. He might tell you that, but based on what I'm seeing, that's not the case. He's achieving, but other people achieving just the same. Because what Kingston with the academy did in 2 years, maybe nobody did it before because they have gotten a registered damn tournaments, registered tournaments that they can go back and watch. So they will put some respect on other people's name. The problem, Prodigy, when you just this Lee and Bailey conversation just sticking on the head and you can't see nothing else. Remember, we are here to develop Jamaican kids football, So if Craig, I don't start about Lee and Bailey alone and Film Academy, why we can't just talk about other academy that's actually doing something? They are going for their tournaments. So come on, man, let me be more respectful to the other people. Because look, Kingston Academy, don't they transfer it into winning? They come back to the Manning Cup and the calls. Don't they won the calls? They won the calls. Don't.
they look here. They won the Colts. They hold on. Just
One
look at it this way.
coach. Yeah.
They went to the second round of every single competition they were in, right? And
Yeah.
the age group where the majority of their players are coming from won. Okay, and their pro and let me just clarify this also. Their program is also similar to an extent of what you would get overseas also, where that they are active for almost 10 months throughout the year.
Facts.
You
Facts.
understand?
Facts.
So that is the thing. Look here, that is the way to go. Because look here, Cohen, you have to look at it, and even Javian Williams, who they mentioned, dropped out. A lot of people don't know he's a part of that academy also. So they were also active going straight back, for almost 10 months. Well, it's not a 10, it's probably closer to 8 because they would have stopped in April,
Yeah,
so to
but but
speak. So
but
so they were active.
so it said what all along we are here talking. And now we realize that it's just a man people want support. You get me? Because um now the whole of Jamaican kids them a get exposed. It's like people in the same video, no. Man, man, say yo, them still not do better than Craig. What that have to do with Craig? We just never knew that these people that do them thing here. Or else we would have bring it out to Craig when we'd have talk to him and say, Kingston Academy doing some big business. When are we going to see structured games like that from you where we can go there and know who to play? So me not for hear people on the road that tell me say Craig did beat up Aston Villa and Tottenham and Manchester City when me know say that are not true. When me know that are not true, 1000% me know that are not true. You understand me? I want to know which Manchester City you play, or if you'd ever play Manchester City. But with the Kingston Football Academy, you can go there now on their page, see it for yourself. Then you go if you want to prove me take my money and go to England now, go see what they're doing. But me not have to take my money go to England. Me can go to Netherlands, which I'm going to try and go to Netherlands and see what they're doing and see that they're playing PSV for myself. Write down the PSV players them name, write down all of the Jamaican players them name, and then I can send it to my contacts them. You get me? That's the whole thing.
Mhm.
That's the whole thing. So it's Jamaican Pitney. We are trying to look at to see if we can, understand what's going on and how good they can truly be with more education. And that's what the man I'm giving. So the more academies, guys, it's the
Jerry,
better. The more academies, it's the better. It's not the worst thing. I don't know why only just want one
Jerry,
academy. You get me? With a bag of fantasy story. I want to hear the real story here. And I'm just going to go with the real story of what I'm seeing. Kingston Academy, they are doing a very good job. And it's reflecting back in Jamaica. It's reflecting back in Jamaica at the same time. You get me? So we cannot say the man them not do nothing. They might do something that will reflect back into Jamaica football at the same time. And they are willing to take any kid and educate them. So I love that, and I love the way the guy talk. Go and listen to him on the channel. A few videos. Yes, Pastor. What are you saying, Pastor?
the
Hold on, Pastor.
Craig Butler insert.
Hold on, Pastor. Let me know, guys, if you disagree with me or you agree with me. Just look, I'm coming from the standpoint of helping Jamaican kids. All right. So let me know if you disagree with me or you agree with me. Continue, Pastor.
The Craig Butler insert is a diversion from what you have on the screen and what you have as the title. And the quicker we are able to see these things for what they are, the better the program will be.
Yes.
Having said that,
yes. So you just continue on the topic of the program, then, sir.
yes. Having said that, I would want to say this. Nobody has to support any single person when you take the decision that you are supporting the national interest. Because the national interest is bigger than any one man, any of us. And so we're better served if we just stick to supporting the national interest. There was a listing of players in the camp where you had more overseas-based players, overseas-born players, than you had local-born players. But I'm looking on the screen what you have posted, and I'm seeing 6 overseas persons. So I am wondering, by what metrics? And we know that some of them, probably the 2 top ones didn't have their paperwork sorted out. But I would want to know, this is my first thing that I want to know as it relates to this squad. By what metrics does Myron Gordon, who is not in the top 200 coaches in the world, is not operating in one of the top 50 or top 100 systems of football in the world, by what metrics does he arrive at this squad when he had more overseas-born players than local-born players, and all I'm seeing here is 6 overseas-born players? By what metrics were they cut?
By
How were
his
they?
metric, but we have Leader here. Leader can answer that because Leader gave his take to it, and yeah, continue.
Yes, so that's my number one.
JD, is this squad working?
Him end up here, man. The man end up here. We try to knock him, man. End up here, no? Jesus God. Him find the discard. Yes, yes, it's working, sir. We are hearing you very clear, and the fans them hearing you very clear. But hold on, let the callers them finish, sir. All right. Yes, one second.
I'm not supposed to call it, but I'm following your instructions.
Yes, they are hearing it. Maybe they are hearing the voice too clear because I'm hearing the voice too clear, you know? No, he's going to give more trouble. Jesus God.
All right. The next thing is this.
TikTok.
The next thing is this.
Pastor. Oh, no. Cataract. Enough. We're going to throw Cataract. No, Cataract. No. We're going to throw off Cataract after the program. We have 20 more minutes and Cataract keep on talking. Make we keep it respectful, like Cataract, man. You're going to get the time. You don't run the show, Dan. You go everywhere you come and take over my show. Maybe that's the reason you come on my show, because you feel like you can bad me up, you know. But you're going to get through for the show. If you continue, you're going to get through for the show. Simple. You're going to pay respect to the show. You're going to respect the big bad show. Anyways, TikTok said when the two Blakes them come on and the show get worse. TikTok, please explain to me why you think it gets worse. And Blake, what is your answer to that? All right.
Cataract, don't respond to TikTok
No,
statement. Don't
I've never
respond to it,
asked
Cataract.
you. I never asked Chris. I never
Okay,
asked
my
Cataract. I
scripture
never
and
asked
so
Cataract anything.
just take
I ask you a
No,
question.
oh, you're asking me. No, I
Yes.
am telling Cataract not to respond.
Yeah, but,
I
why,
studied.
why
I
are you
studied with a
involving
professor,
Cataract in the
Dr.
conversation?
Martin Hanna. I
Jesus
studied with a
Christ.
professor, Dr. Martin Hanna, when I was at seminary, and he instructed us seminarians: do not respond to everything you hear people asking. That way, they cannot say you did hear. TikTok is out of order, out of place, and I'm not going to dignify
Okay.
that question,
Okay. Thank
that
you for that.
statement with a response.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you for
as it
that.
relates
Yes.
to
Continue, sir.
yes, uh, he will not be allowed to attack my person. You see, we are going to stick to the information that we are dealing with, and unless he speaks in reference to that information, I have no response for TikTok.
Okay. So you finished now, Pastor?
Okay.
So, or you have a next
No,
point?
I'm a very young man. I wanted to get to the second point, and then I would allow the other panelists to do what they're doing and comment on it. My
And in
second
total, we
point
have
is
five
this.
people. We have 6 people here, you know. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So this is that's why I wanted to stop with the second one. The next thing for me is this: having taken the decision to run a system to categorically reduce or eliminate the overseas born players, lied to the Jamaican public. Am I supposed to join those underdeveloped minds who keep talking about give the coach a chance to do the same thing that they have been doing to the point where we now call it a rerun? Am I to join that group or should I stay sane? Insanity is defined by Franklin and Einstein or something like that, as doing the same thing the same way over and over, expecting a different result. And I am not a Bellevue patient.
All right,
I
Pastor.
know the line between sanity and insanity is very thin, but I want to know what's the expectation of Monsieur Gordon and the JFF as it relates to our support. Because if you blatantly publicly lie and then put out this as a squad, what is your expectation from the fans going into this competition? Because I cannot support Maron Gardner with this rubbish.
Pastor,
The
Okay,
floor
so
is yours.
leader will come in. But guys, before we get there, we're going up to 3 hours. Definitely hit the like button. If you get it to 200 likes, if you want me to go longer. But I'm kind of done after 3 hours, you know. Yes, which is 10 more minutes. Continue, Mr. Leader.
okay, Pastor. First thing, there are 7 overseas players there, right?
7.
Next thing is at no time did the overseas players were more overseas players there than
No, but
local. And some,
leader. At one point, Mr. Dre came here and said it's 14 overseas players to 13 local players. That's what he said the last time. So, so
hold on there. Who said that?
So Mr. Dre, so that simply means Mr. Dre never, Mr. Dre, don't, we're gonna call you next time you come and I want you to hear where you get that story from.
Look here. No. At no time. There was a time when it was close, but at no time were there any more overseas players than the
Okay,
local. At no
all right.
time. No.
Okay, so
It has
Pastor, that is not accurate then, Pastor.
that was
It's
never accurate. Yeah, for accurate information, you need to call me, sir.
all right. Yes, so,
Okay?
yes, he's 99% sure.
Never-
So, yes, at least it's not what
okay.
Mr. Dre said. So we'll go with
Let me
leader.
just- Let me just go. One of my concerns, though, I can't say anything because, as I said, the coach knows who he wants. But some of the players that I know selected are some big names, so to speak. They are rated highly in the US. And there's another youngster here rated highly in Canada, right? So what I can say is we have some there. There are some, however, who basically are almost unknown on the radar, right? They don't even. I've done my little own research, and there's almost nothing on them. But that does not mean that they aren't good players, because I don't know how many you know that in the U17, not all of the best players are in academies. You have players that are in certain just basic high schools, right? Who actually don't come on the main radar from the academies.
I'm not 100% sure about that, leader. I mean, I think the high school kids, I mean, in the United States better than the one I mean, I can't still. I'm not sure about that still, but maybe you can find the gem.
Hold on, let me tell you. Hold on. I don't say it's a lot, but you're going to have some who can who not going to the academy.
Yeah, we can't afford it. I understand where you're coming from there, but that's like a diamond in the rough, just the same.
To the point, but so basically, we clarify that situation with as far as I say, with the overseas and local, because what is there now, right? Based off of one of the things is that the coach tried to make sure that we don't have the problem with the last under 20, that they look dead as the longer they went in the tournament, because their fitness level, they were not together for any decent extended period. I think they were only together for maybe a week or 2 weeks, 2 weeks the most. Come on, man. So these guys at least know that when they're going into the tournament, they would have been together for at least 6 weeks. So that at least I'm going to, gives me a little bit of comfort right there. The next thing, I don't know how we're going to do this now. For us, let me just make it factual and plain. For us to go far in this tournament, we must avoid Mexico, USA, and Canada at all costs. The only way to do this, I don't know if I saw you doing something before.
Yes,
JD.
man, it's there.
You know the only way to avoid those 3 teams?
Yes, we know it. You can't come and tell we how to do it when we are the ones that tell people how to do it, and then mirror and thief the idea of the screen. Not saying it's true, but we're just saying he stole our idea of the screen. Yes. But I got it.
So you let me know, what is the only way we can avoid USA, Canada, and Mexico? We have to finish how much?
The only way we avoid United States, to be honest, the only way we really, really and truly avoid them is actually, no, we can't even say, be honest, be honest. The only way we avoid them is finishing first, that is 100%.
I think third.
First and third. First and third would be the only 2 ways. You get me? First and third.
Hold on, I have to back up because I think if we finish first, we will book one of them.
Yeah, first and third give you a better. I never factored in Canada. I never expected Canada to be the big hitters. I was only factoring Mexico and Mexico and United States. Mexico will be over the other bracket, more than likely if we come first or third. You get me? United States, if we want to come first, we're going to avoid United States, being that they're going to come first. You get me? Until the semifinals.
Yeah, well, that's true. To be honest, at this level, I don't think Canada is going to be that far ahead of us anyway.
Yeah.
But the first or third, I don't know, as I said, if we have if you're going to finish first, you're going to have firepower. I don't know if we have the firepower. And then now one of our main strikers from Atlanta United, because he's the one that's going to be carrying a lot of that burden, because Bell and Cohen are basically wingers. So he is one of them that are going to be carrying the brunt to put away those goals that these other guys are going to create, right? And he is nursing an injury. He's not 100% sure. You understand? And that is a concern for me, to know that one of your main, not one of, the main striker, because I've seen the other strikers. They're the other type of number 9 strikers. And he's also, I'm not remembering which country he's from right now, but he's also overseas based. and I'm not that enamored. I'm not that sure about him, compared to Gordon, right? But after Trinidad, if after the Trinidad match we win both matches,
Mm-hmm.
by scoring at least 2 goals,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe an aggregate of maybe if we score aggregate of 3 goals in the 2 matches, right? By and also keeping clean sheets. That's the next thing. Because if we am expecting them to keep clean sheets. If we don't keep a clean sheet, I'm going to start to say, hold on, this is Trinidad, because Trinidad is no longer the Trinidad of times gone past. Okay? And
leader, be careful on that statement,
JD,
Be careful of that statement,
JD,
man. We are gonna bring you in, Cataract. But this one, everyone just try to take time. You're gonna get your time, big boss. You're gonna get your time right after. Be careful of that statement, leader. Cataract, come in, take your time, Cataract. So make him just done this show. Cause Cataract got bad me of him. Nah, wait him time, the man can't wait, The man just bad, The man not a principle,
I'm, I'm,
come in.
I waited patiently.
Yeah, but you always come with,
The
with an
question,
ad lib, ad lib in the
a
background.
question was posed. A question was posed by um, Mr. Pastor Blake, and I was trying to answer. You said don't allow Pastor to finish, but then you called in leader, and I allowed leader to express
Yes,
himself.
okay,
I've been
okay,
listening
okay,
for the
okay.
last 2 hours,
Yes. Yes, thank you
even
very
though I
much.
couldn't participate.
Yeah, yeah,
So
okay.
thank you, JD.
So who care if you listen to the last 2 hours? You come here and sit
Pardon me?
every
No, I
time you
said I've
come here
been
and
listening to
you
the
sit and
program for
make
the
remark.
last 2 hours.
Jesus. So who care about the part there?
Is that is that a
Who care
problem?
about the part there? No, because me have a fight in them. Because I always come here
Um,
and find some words to irritate me,
the,
Who
the,
care about the last
the
2 hours?
coach has not have mercy.
Jesus Christ, man.
Really, why when everybody else speak, you allow them to make the
Yeah,
point? And
because
as I'm speaking,
you come here
the
like
2 word
you make a man from Suriname really get upset, and say me I give you too much attention. You get me? Because you come here and make an intro like you think you're a big superstar. You watch it 2 hours and you couldn't join. But we don't just say what you say, no, man.
So you want to tell me what? Go ahead and speak for me.
No,
Since I
we
can't
want you to
speak for
speak. We
myself,
want you to
and I
speak.
can't express myself. Right. I am saying I've been listening for the past 2 hours. And before I can say anything else, you jump down. What? You after me? All right,
No,
good.
take the
Now,
floor.
I'll
Take the
leave
floor.
the sound of the chill sound.
Take the floor. Take the floor.
All
Take the
right.
floor. Yeah.
As I was saying, and Pastor Blake asked me to come with a calm spirit, my spiritual advisor. Good afternoon. Um, Listening for the past 2 hours, I would have to say that, and particularly listening to the leader, that the Spanish machete is real because he says both things. So he has given the excuses, pre-wrapped excuses, and then at the same time is filled with confidence. So I listened to the press conference, and the coach, the assistant coach, waxed on lyrically about 20 players with absolutely no weakness in sight. The coach set up a striker. He's a clinical striker who puts away his chances. In terms of creativity, he said that the attacking midfielder creates numerous chances, excels at the key pass, and creates many big chances. Of course, we heard about the defenders who are big and strong, good with the ball at their feet, good ball carrying defenders, excellent CDMs who the CDM reads the game well, a lot of utility players who can play excel was the word, sorry, excel in multiple positions, good with the ball at their feet. So there is no problem with the team, sir. The national coach has spoken, and as an ultra, I am listening to him, and I take him as his word. Once the coach has selected a team, that's my full support. Um,
because these are young men who are representing my country. But I want to answer you, Pastor Blake. Here's the facts. The six is real. And if anybody would not have known that there would have only been six, oops, sorry, maybe seven, we can know. But six overseas born players in any national team, clearly they don't know, haven't been watching youth football or the under 20. What went on with the under 20, right? Where for every machination, the number had to come down to six. These are the players the coach has selected.
Cataract,
He, in his wisdom
cataract.
and his
Come with me.
infinite wisdom,
Cataract.
must go ahead and bring the results. The last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to break JD, is I don't understand, but Pastor Blake, my spiritual advisor, help me here. If one wants to qualify for a tournament, does one not simply have to just win every game that they play? Doesn't that assure you of getting to the World Cup? Because somehow,
I wanted to interject.
maybe a mistake. If a team wins every game, don't they qualify?
All right, so yeah, so guys, 1 second. I'm gonna just break for a minute. I'm gonna go, but you continue. Pastor say he wants to come in. You got the man must run the thing orderly. I'm gonna just go for some water and come back.
It's getting hot in here. So,
Yeah,
Pastor Blake, I just want to know if football competition has changed. If it wins every game, don't they automatically qualify? Because I'm hearing about finish third and yeah, please enlighten me.
No, cataract. Good question you're asking, but let me do this before. I ask my question to highlight and point out that the quota system, as given to us last year, is still very active. I didn't say it out that loud in those words, but I wanted for the esteemed panelists to pick up on it, and that would literally come out. The quota is very much alive. And despite what Mr. Speed told us in November, December last year, this is the other side of the coin, if you want to put it that way, or the very edge, because this is totally contrary to what Mr. Speed said. This cannot be a representative of Jamaica's best team. It's not possible. I am not going to subject myself to take it as that. This is the quota system at play. And to answer your question, Jamaica national teams are the only teams in the world that go into any competition underprepared and give the excuse that they have excellent players, but they cannot categorically state that they're going to place where and if they're going to win and come out as. Why the hell should we be thinking about coming out of a group stage? This is a competition about going to the World Cup. And here's what's true. There's a person that keep asking why we keep going back to reference 98. I listened to Rene Simoes plot a mathematical graph of how we are going to 98 from 1994. And to the letter, he gave you every single possibility because the plan is to go to France 98. Never since Rene Simoes have we had a coach.
Yes, Pastor, I must rein you in. I asked a question. I was hoping you'd answer me about this new sort of rule in football where if you win all your games, you don't qualify. Because what I hear people trying all kind of machinations and permutations and combinations, except go out and win every game. So forgive me.
And I will say in response to that question, the reason
and I know you asked me not to mention a certain character, but unless I'm mistaken, TikTok is a thing where man put that in mouth, refreshing them breath.
Yeah, so what we see, me just cataract. So why you fight with the people in the comment, brother? Whenever we just left for a minute, Jason, you couldn't run the thing good.
The thing was running well.
So I mean, you
Fast and smooth.
talk about TikTok. I think that would have
No,
been
you
better.
come back and hear that happening, JD. That it literally wasn't like that.
Okay,
Um,
okay,
Pastor was giving a point,
All
and
right,
then Cataract started to
Cataract.
talk.
okay. I think a cataract war
The,
because you know
the
him.
question that the question that you ask, these apologists and excusers, they cannot say of this team that is selected by the coach that they support in the foolishness of a quota system anything about winning a match because the only way to secure your place in any competition is to win the matches that you play. I don't care if we play America first. By the way, the dentist started his program by playing the World Cup champions, Argentina. So if we play USA first and we're serious about going to the World Cup, we're supposed to beat USA. That's why you have preparation of a squad. But none of them can speak to us winning a game because of the stupidity of the xenophobic quota system that we keep employing.
So, Pastor, because I have heard you from you came in. Yeah, clearly you don't have any interest in the team, none at all. Because
But
No,
Jenny,
Jenny,
I'm
don't,
asking you.
Jenny, don't say
let
that.
me talk, Pastor.
Jenny, do not say that,
Let me
please.
talk and a rebuttal. Let me talk. You cuss me if me say something foolishness. So, you think that if he got all the players them where we claimed so we'd have on the list, him could have get the job done just the same? Because me I try lead to something, you know. Because sometimes, you know,
Um,
yeah.
I am one of those persons that posits on both this platform and on Reggae Boys commentary. There is no local born coach in Jamaica that has shown that they can coach quality players above the
All right, Pastor.
level that they have in football. None.
All right, very good.
Not one of them.
But listen what you just
Because
said.
he may very well have gotten Loveless.
But
He may very well have gotten Loveless and put him on the bench and play somebody else.
But Pastor, look at what you just say now. You just say you don't have no faith in another coach them. So why you even talk about the topic then? Because it no matter who them it put in charge, look at the coach could have get the job done. So it no make no sense with what we are talking about then. Because you can't cry for the overseas play. One of the Pastor, we talk reality.
JD.
Pastor, listen, me talk, but my point is valid, If you think the coach cannot get the job done, why the necessary why you cost for then in terms of inputting who you want in the team? Because remember, at the end of the day, it's who you think you can control to get the job done you put in the team, So he's not necessarily the best player, You get me? So what if him thinks that them player where him have can get the job done for him because female level of coaching them can't understand and the next player them will come in and cause as much problem and him can't understand them either. What about that, big boss? Because that is a point as well, So you see it?
Very valid, JD. Very valid, but here what?
Mm-hmm.
Not even him no believes that these players can get the job done. And that is why they cannot tell you if they are going to qualify. They can only speculate that they might get out of the first round. He doesn't believe what you're saying. And that is my contention.
JD.
The coach don't believe these players can get them anywhere.
Leader, what you said, leader?
Pastor, let us say that
Well, and the leader,
I crave your indulgence, leader. I crave your indulgence. But at the press conference, Pastor, the word we'll use is that they are supremely confident. Supremely confident. Okay? That the team assembled
Confident of what?
Confident of the objective.
Guys,
which is qualification. Supremely confident.
We're going only 20 more minutes. I cannot push the show over 3.5 hours, yeah? I cannot push it over. I'm not going 1 second over it. So 3.5 hours is maximum I can go. Yeah, leader, what you're saying, leader?
Okay, what I was saying, okay, Pastor, you mentioned about the list that I think I previewed yesterday, which had the players that were basically here at the start of the camp, had about 37 players, right? You know how many locals were dropped from that squad? local base, 11 local base players were dropped. 2 overseas based players were dropped from that initial squad. I don't know if you realize that. Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Leader, I did not realize that because I did not hear about a list of leader. I did not realize that. I'm answering.
I'm just telling you.
If I realize.
Let's move on.
Leader, you asked the question. I am answering the question that you asked. You asked if I realized that. I am saying no because I was not privy to a list of 37 players. I was speaking to on the reference that I use on this said platform. We were given numbers of 14 and 13.
But Pastor,
I don't know
Pastor, we clear that, Pastor. Pastor, we clear
that. Yes, JD, you cleared it. Yes, JD, you cleared it. But leader just brought it back.
Leader,
so I was just saying.
Forgot that, leader. Forgot that. It looks like it's just my boy come in the chat and put a number, Mr. Dre. Mr. Dre.
I gave you a list that was never released to the public, right? With the names crossed out. That list. Nobody else you did that one was never released to the public.
Yeah, I know that. We know that, but I'm saying before other persons came here.
Right? So I'm just telling you. Right?
But
so
JD, leader, I have to challenge you. Leader, sir. I think when Mr. J made the comment, sir, there were 27 players in the camp. So please, I'm asking you to just stay on track and confirm to us that the final collection of players that numbered 27, whether Mr. Dre was inaccurate in saying there were 14 overseas born players and 13 local. Was he inaccurate or not? I don't want to hear about the 37 players that had fringe players from some in Fort Lauderdale. I'm just because I think you'd be doing a disservice to the person. And if he did come here and tell a blatant falsehood, that would be very unfortunate. So are you saying that in the 27-man squad, can you give us the breakdown? But I don't think this is important, but just for clarification, in the 27-man squad, what was the breakdown, sir?
What's that?
In the 27-man squad, the last 27-man squad that was assembled, from which it was going to be cleared down to 20. What was the breakdown?
No, hold on. Let me just go through something quickly. There were 37 players initially. The 37 varied between that and 31 up to a couple days ago, right? Because players were added and were subtracted as it went along. But it went down to...
Well, leader, you just said that 11 were cut. And only 2 of them were. So if you take 11 from 37, that's 26. That is in keeping with the 27 that Cataract is asking you about.
Pastor, make him finish so we others can hear him. No, please.
Okay, listen. There were 37 players there when the start of about the 5th of January. 37. Okay? What happened after that now? Over the various weeks, right? They eliminated players gradually, right? And they took out about 7 or so and added. They took out, so they always consistently had 31. After that now, since this week, they chose out of the 31, they took out 20 that they are 100% sure that are going to go to the under 17. But there are 4 players, including 2 local and 2 overseas based, that are on standby. They will actually be traveling with the squad. You just confirm it. There are 4 more players.
Leader, I'm going to stop you. Even JD
Pastor, I crave your indulgence because I asked the leader the question. I just want to hear his answer. Because I don't think he heard the question I asked him. Sir, I didn't ask about January the 5th because I have some very interesting dates, right? I didn't ask about January the 5th, sir. I asked about a 27-man squad that was
There is
released
no 27 man.
There is
that
no
said they
20.
were called into
Cataract, there's
camp, and
Cataract,
with which
Cataract.
Mr. Dre,
There is no 27
um,
man squad release Cataract. So clearly, Mr. Dre couldn't. We have to call it Mr. Dre. Somebody could have skilled at the Cataract. May have 30 more
but
minutes.
there
We
was
can
20.
live.
Hold on, JD, it is my recollection. Maybe I'm wrong. That there was a 27-man squad put out when they went to the game. The leader said, "I counted 31."
There were no 27 man list put out. The leader tell us it's 27 man there, and 27 man should have been there, and it's 31 there. So it was no list.
Hold on. No, hold on. Listen now. Okay, hold on. When somebody said 27, he went with something he heard. No names were shown to anybody. Nobody saw any
No, I'm
names
not
of 27 players.
Okay, so you're saying that this is some petty. So, I'm finished with that. If there's anybody want to proceed on that, because I think there are much more important things. Leader, I want you to make note of these dates, and JD, make note of these dates, please, just for the record. And Pastor Blake, as someone to whom confessions are, I don't know if you're Catholic, I give them. January the 9th, 2023, January the 19th, 2023, and January 20th, 2023. 4:44 p.m. Jamaica time. I hope the team qualifies. Otherwise, those dates are going to become very significant.
What happened on those days now?
Sir, those dates will become very significant. My grandmother once said to me, before she passed, "Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive."
Cataract, what happened on those days?
You had,
finish up with the point, guys, because we have my brother you're trying, and he might want to say something because we only have 15 more minutes left. So finish you guys' point, and then we can want to get somebody in for the 15 minutes. But leader, finish your point now that my brother can come in.
Okay, my point basically finished. All I'm saying is at this stage we have a team. They have a team selected. They have 4 more players that when the team reaches there, those players will be there, right? Okay. Bibi Gardner's son is a member of that, and that they're the other goalkeeper overseas. So there are 2 overseas goalkeepers in there to 1 local, right? Gardner's son is also in there, and 2 other local players, right? So they are not on the official list, but they will be there. It should be there, right?
I just want to ask some factual questions, if you can answer. What academy or club does Shea Gardner represent?
None. I think the father was shopping around trying to get him into one. And to be honest, I'm going to be very frank. He did not look the part. He did not look the part. Based off of how I saw him, he did not look the part.
See, in respect for JD, I'm trying to come on the program just ask factual questions, right? Opinion on whether somebody looks bad, looks good is subjective. So he's not attached to a club or an academy. Okay. I also want to ask, you said that there'd be 4 additional players who you are reporting will be going to the Guatemala. Just for transparency and clarity, will these players be paying their way, or will this come out of the Jamaica Football Federation's budget?
Oh yes, that's the other thing. The coaching staff said, depending on if they get the okay from the JFF, those players would go. So if the JFF does not agree to basically fund the travel of those players and accommodation for those players, they won't go. So it's not just the accommodation, it's not just flying them there, the accommodation will not be part of Concacaf. So it would be all of they would have to be responsible for the JFF. So if the JFF does not
Right.
feel that those 4 players are necessary, they will not go.
So what you're saying, and I'm not being part of you. You're saying you're reporting something that is not approved.
All right. So yeah, finish lead
No,
on them done.
actually
The cut is
the
shorter
coaches
than
have
20
told
minutes
those
take, so
4 players
shorter.
they have made it. They have made it that those 4 players are on standby. They all know that, and it depends on the JFF approving for them to go. So that's why I could tell you that. So just in case you notice that Mr. Gardner is there, because I'm suppose his father, if the JFF doesn't, I'm sure his father could afford to get him there and make sure he has a hotel room and all of that. So just in case we see
Okay.
an extra 1 or 2 players, we
Leader,
know who they is.
leader,
Pastor,
leader,
Pastor,
if that happens,
before you come in, 1 second. Tennessee, thanks for your super chat, my brother. Because I'm coming to the end of the show. It's not going to go over
Anyway, Jenny,
30 minutes. Yes,
Jenny,
it can't
dropping the
go
mic.
anymore.
Oh, God.
All right. Thanks, super chat. Tell Pastor it's time to move on. On the team is already picked. This makes no sense. Okay, so that's what Tennessee put in it. We have an ex-caller here that wanted to talk for 20 minutes. We never get a chance to get him in. So Pastor, just make it be very clear, fast on what you say, so we can just get in the next caller, because a whole heap of people turn up one time, and that's why we have a long show where people can just turn up through the show. Not at the end of the show when everybody turn up. We can't get everybody tonight. So, Pastor, finish your point, Big Grass.
if if of the 4 players who are supposed to be reserves, the JFF does not afford to get them there. And because Bibi Gardner is financially able to finance his son's going, that would be something for FIFA to investigate, because that is the definition of conflict of interest. So I hope that does not happen.
Okay, all right then.
JFF need to afford the four what you'd call additional players who are going there in case there's a major injury and you have to substitute somebody in Guatemala. They need to afford it.
Pastor. Um, in the payment ways, I'm not going to get into this, and I can't even manage a rebuttal because that's 6 more minutes left. So all I'm saying, I will challenge that point after the next stream. All right? Yes. So let me bring in Martin. Martin, what say you, my boss?
Yeah, man, big up,
Yeah,
man,
cause we know
JD,
it a while, I
Cataract
mean,
and
getting the
Pastor.
time, Yes.
No, man, I just want quick thing, me that say, man, me that listen and me that listen conversation. To be honest, JD, as a fan, just be speaking as a fan personal about my point of view, it's just like a smoke screen to me. To me, it's like it's a scratch record, and we are go over the same thing. And to be me agree with Pastor and Cataract. To be honest, me can't take due to respect leader point of view and where him ideas when I put on the show. We respect that. But based on the interview, the coach talk and our leader talk for a few days, them say him see some default.
Mm-hmm.
Him and the coach I say opposite. So me can't just take leader words like that. To be honest, me just can't take it like that. And to me, it's a joking thing. Them a joke out Jamaica football, and that's the point. Me a be hard and frank as a fan. Them a joke out the football, and them a ramp with the football, and them still a put in the quarter. Them still a fight against the youth them, because JD, me not care when nobody want to say. If I could have, me hear one comment, them say Cataract want all 20 player for the UK. Yes. To be honest, if them scout and them give everybody a chance, and out of the all of the 20, when them do the natural as a coach, like a coach who have a A license, a pro license, naturally, if are the 20 UK player are the best player, him a go pick them. And JD, this just a go back like a circle. To be honest, it's like a circle, and it's a joking thing. I want the youth them win. I want the youth them win. I want Jamaica win something. Me always Pastor always say and Cataract and a true is we in this for win something. After just go in a competition, stream, talk about who we are baller. Jamaica the biggest and the strongest. We are go with But we now with nothing, JD. Me don't know what the aim for this national program, to be honest. Is it for just come hype up yourself and lose and not win nothing? Because JD, the point me here when I talk about we have to come first or third, do not want me US. JD, if we, to be honest, if we have the right team and we have the right player and we see the right name, I think what they are not talk about if we I go beat US and want to come third or want to come second, would they are say, all right, we're going to give US a fight. Even you would have said, because guess what? You would have seen the right professional and the right player them on the team. So that's why I tell you it's a scam and it's a scorpion, because if they here, so I wonder which way we take. That for sure you said this is not the right team for Jamaica, because we're up here, I say, push where we take, we try and miss USA. Oh God, man, come on, people. It is a joking thing, and I be a lies. To me, it's be a lies and lies and papa lies. I mean, I watch it. The coach picking player, then we are go see, and JD, me I go beat the coach, and me I go beat JFF, because I still want failure. Yes, if we give them time, because the Grim just come in, JD, it's still disappointment, because a months me hear the coach I say he must coach months. He might say he must coach up and a cut, and now at the end him still not know him right team. Even if him pick that team, I mean, no, say him don't know the right team in himself. I mean, know enough people in the chat where are defending people. Them know the truth. Them know to the coach. No, said this and the right team. I mean, doubt him have faith. I don't him care, as I say, peer pressure. Him can't come on the interview and say him don't have no idea, because we out here now. I think he might either him now come back on the second conference and say him now have no idea, and he might watch the stream and hear how we are beat him. So him come, but me I tell you, JD, to be honest, leader could have sweetheart and sweetheart all he want. Based on do some research on some of them team and are the same Cuba where them are gonna play. If Jamaica make it out, congrats, but me not see it. Me I tell you, me not even see them a qualify, to be honest. Because if I don't do it the right way, JD, as my pastor say, they always are gonna fail. And I cannot skip the rope, JD, in a football. So them always are gonna fail. We're not bad mouth with country. We want to the youth, but the youth, at them I kill the youth them, because them not pick the right team, them not pick the right team, them not picking the right team. Them just a build
Martin,
lies and send people like leader
Martin,
to me to build square fear. And so
maybe you can help me, and I'm seeking help.
Yeah, but Cataract, me I say
JD,
help fits end the show now, you know,
to be
come reach my
honest,
time in a Cataract.
right, just a quick thing. Just another quick question, and then my final comment. Were we eliminated by the United States or Mexico or Canada in the under 20, or was it from a lowly ranked, non-traditional footballing country called Puerto Rico? That was a question. You can answer it.
In under 20,
Right? So when you run around and try to avoid competition,
under 20 we never get
sometimes
knocked out by Puerto Rico.
you get
We got
eliminated.
knocked out by Dominican
Right.
Republic.
Oh, Dominican Republic. Oh, that's football in superpower. Dominican Republic.
Yes, they are actually a
And finally,
superpower.
JD
They are
and
actually a
Martin.
superpower.
Martin, I feel your pain. I was on the telephone earlier with a representative of one of the players who was not in the squad, who was in tears.
Yeah, but Cataract,
Right?
please make it
So
fast.
I
Just
was
make it
going to say
fast. I
that
want done this. I want got my need for
our
leave.
actions in Jamaica have reactions elsewhere in the world, and blood runs through everyone.
All right.
But Martin, fear not, because I think that what will happen is that the team, the bus en route to the airport for the team to depart will be going through St. Mary. All is good.
All right.
JD, my last
Victory is ours.
Yeah, man, finish up a point, Martin, because I really want done, yeah?
JD, to be honest, if him feel this, me believe say them fi fire him, and please get one coach when no bias, and please don't get one make one coach come in like you don't have to be no big white man or no where una always look on. Just make a man with no associate none tall with Jamaica football. Him love the culture and he want the youths them overseas and be it just get a coach we have that level there like a pro license and a mentality where I go pick the right talent, because